There it goes. There it goes. There it goes.
And hello. Had oh no, shoot, wait. I have to unmute everyone. Let's see here. Can stream hear me? Someone in chat, if you can hear me, say something.
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Oh,
I'm
there
not
we go.
chat, but
I'm not chat, but I can vouch.
I also hear you.
Okay, and now everyone in the video call should be live. Oh, technical stuff.
Always fun, isn't it?
not considered streaming if you don't have to futz around with OBS for an hour.
Yeah.
And I do see the problem actually that I was having before. I was on the wrong media source because I have two media sources because of the stupid intro light effects.
Oh no.
Yes.
Yeah, that would do it.
Yep. And that doesn't have any sound to it, so that would
No.
be extra confusing.
Extra muted, as it were.
Now
I
it'll
would
be
just hide that in the tray.
it'll be
Never
fixed
see it
for
again.
the end of stream now. Welcome to what was
Session
born
two.
The
out
shit
of
show.
Community D&D Shadow Crew, what is now what I like to call Shadow Crew Adventures, with campaign number 2, Waterdeep, a Dragon Heist, featuring some returning faces and some new faces as we went over last time. Yes, thank you, Triffid, for putting in the command in chat for the Shadow Crew. Since we are on Arvin Eleron's channel, who is hosting this, which as this was kind of born out of the community stuff for him, make sure to check out all of his commands. You can do Arv !Arv things to check out most of Arv stuff. Should really be getting a link tree. Cough, cough.
Make the job a little bit harder, you know.
And
It's a lot
you
of
can check out
pressure
his
from
books
Mark.
at !Grey Shade and Renegade and graphic novel Icarus and Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library, which I might actually be running for some of my work friends in a month or two, which would be cool.
Nice.
Ooh, neat.
As you see, we are missing Echo again. He already was
Yes.
in here earlier.
So
But,
we are down in Echo Alpha X5 tonight. He needs to get some rest because he has an appointment tomorrow that he can't miss. But we have everyone else.
yeah.
Like this person right next to me, this way. Yoi Gawain Lin, also known
Oh,
as
yeah.
Gubby.
I was looking at the
Yeah,
Zoom panel. So
I
I was
was
like, who
too.
are you pointing at?
Because I have to make sure I point the right way for on stream.
Okay, yes, I am being pointed at. Hello, thank you. I have been pointed at. My existence has been acknowledged. My crops are watered. My fields are tilled. My skin is clear. Life is good. I am Yoigo In Lin, also known as Gubby. I am playing an Echo Knight fighter called Peach Candleheart, who is the bestest boy.
All right. Thank you. All right, then we'll move along to Mr. Oh my God, a truck.
Also known as Hoodie.
Yes, who we like to call Hoodie for ease of reference.
Listen, names are complicated. A bit of business, as any wizard will tell you. Hi, my name's Hoodie. I play a alchemist artificer named Basil Clopperpot. He's a sweet little cinnamon bun who doesn't mean anyone no harm, but eats a lot of poison and might accidentally poison people. So, whoops. Now I'm gonna try to do the point thing because I was trying to see if I could do it on stream. If I point down this way. Oh, that's nope, that's true. Okay, sorry. Hey, Shadow, take it away.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we
you're
can. It depends on who. Like normally, we would go to Tilted next. So let's go to Tilted, even though your pointing didn't quite work.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to get
hi.
there.
So I am currently playing a Gloomstalker Ranger by the name of Cruz, but during the night I go by the alias the Aviary. And I would go into more detail, but I feel like some of it can be left to the imagination. And yeah, I'm looking forward to another fun session with you guys. And yeah, go ahead, Drew. Up to you.
And I unmute myself. Hello, everybody. I am Drew the Damager, and I am playing Tamaran Rambatam Tambalan.
Say that 5 times fast.
Whoa, Black Betty.
Exactly. A human wizard. What was the subclass again?
Evocation,
I'm
I believe.
gonna do the
it's
Hoodie thing.
evocation.
Evocation.
It's okay.
An elderly
Evocation
human
wizard.
evocation wizard.
An
Yes.
elderly human.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
Elderly
I
is
also-
the subclass.
I totally forgot to say my race, which was an Aarakocra, similar to Peach. But so we both messed up. It's okay, Drew. Everyone
It's
has
fine.
those days.
Oh, I did too. Listen, it's been bad.
Elderly
Right.
is the subrace of human.
Elderly
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
that's definitely. So I am playing an old man. He is
A defining
he's
trait.
the most generic wizard you can find. Think like Merlin from Sword in the Stone. He's just very old, blue wizard hat, blue wizard robes, long white beard. Just very. If I think I explained this to these guys before, if he was a action figure, he would come in a white box with black letters that just said wizard. He's very generic.
Large white beard, right? You know, the very generic
Oh yeah,
kind of.
yeah, definitely.
That's-
Could be Santa Claus, could be Gandalf.
Right, yeah. Somewhere in between
Tomato,
the two.
tomato.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't. He's his own unique thing. Don't just let it
Is
be
that
that.
is that the two like extremes of wizard, Santa Claus or Gandalf? Right? Like if you have a sled, you tip more towards Santa Claus, but if you have like a white robe, you slip more towards Gandalf.
I feel like if anything, if you were going like a Santa bit, you would be putting a couple levels into Druid. So you got your whole reindeer shtick going on.
Oh, I'm going to stop the discussion right there because now we're gonna end up in the world of D&D opinions of how to spec Santa Claus, and we don't need that.
Well, no, because this is
We're
Now I'm thinking about
min-maxers here, don't you know?
how do we put this back in the box? Like we gotta stat out Santa.
The most controversial D&D opinion. How
Yeah.
to Santa.
Is Santa int or wisdom based? I mean, that's the real.
Epic rap battle of history.
Yeah, right.
I think Santa would count as a minor celestial.
I mean, that seems valid.
Yeah,
fair.
But he has the elves, right? Aren't the elves technically conscripted labor? That's not a very celestial thing to do. So if anything,
but
I
they
feel
like to do it.
I feel like Santa Claus should be, and this is where I get very controversial, an ascended devil of some kind.
like a pit fiend, because that's dope.
Yes,
a big Santa Claus pit fiend.
Look, it's just like a certain character that's completely unrelated to this discussion in any way whatsoever, Batman. Because Batman came up with his identity when he was in his late adolescence. And now he's like an 80-year-old dude running around fighting crime, embarrassed that he has to dress up as a bat, but it's too late. He's already branded. So can't change the whole gimmick or anything. So I'm imagining that maybe Santa Claus is a pit fiend of some kind, and he had a phase, conscripted all these elves to do things for him, but now it's very embarrassing. He doesn't like to think about it. Had a complete change of scenery, moved to the North Pole, fell through a plate glass window, had a total change of personality. These are gubby thoughts.
This is why he made Krampus. Krampus is the response to Santa of like, I'm trying to ruin Santa Claus's name. And people are like, no, you're a different thing entirely. What are we talking about?
Arv. In the comics, Batman has met Santa.
Oh,
no.
There is a comic where the Justice League meets Santa.
There's a Men in Black cartoon episode where they meet Santa.
Yeah.
So this is a recurring theme.
But yeah. So how's everyone's week going?
Also, just so everybody knows, this is why I come here. Not for the D&D. That's like it's fine, but this is the real reason why I come here. Yeah, that's secondary.
See, Drew comes here for the lore.
Yeah.
In the background,
for the lore that we're just developing on the we're developing it on the side. We haven't even discussed this prior. We're just kind of going with it.
Yeah, so prepare for the Christmas special, everybody.
I've been trying to figure out how Santa Claus is scrying on everyone, and because you have to use a scrying spell almost every single minute of every single day to get all the information. So that's why I think he has the elves. That's why I think the elves exist. Is they are also scrying. So
they're just a giant communications network, essentially?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Welcome to the Santa Hotline. Please hold.
Just trying to fix some cameras on the other view.
Oh, yeah. Makes some sense. Do you want us to fill with another 15 minutes of Santa?
Nope.
We can give the in-depth lore. If you
I got it.
Hey.
We riffed on Santa Claus long enough.
All right, fair enough, I guess.
I don't know. This could be the whole 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just have a discussion on Arv's channel the entire time. I'm certain that's a great.
And today, welcome back to Specking Santa Session 2. Today we will be specking Santa up to level 3 adventurers.
It's one of those podcasts that you look at that has 120 episodes, and you listen to the first one, and you're like, how? How did we get here?
How does it exist for this long?
So anyway, here we were all at a bar.
Yep, we went ahead and murdered some giant mosquitoes, and a troll died to essentially attrition.
Gravity.
Yeah, that gravity.
Natural causes. Gravity is natural.
We're also in the midst of a missing persons case, looking for a Floon Bagmar, which is the only Blagmar, the only time you'll hear me say the
So
word.
when we
Lynn
left off,
Bagmar, you mean?
when we left
Luke
off
Bagman.
last time, you had just been asked by Volothamp Getarm to he wanted to hire a lot of you since you were adventurers, or at least seemed equipped enough to be adventurers, to find a friend of his that has gone missing. And we had basically ended last time with the party agreeing to do this, but potentially there was a bit more you wanted to ask Volo. So you are still in this conversation with Volo in the Yawning Portal Tavern and Inn.
Yes.
So to recap from last time, I think what we have basically is a rough timeline of when Floon disappeared and also where he was last seen. We know that he was at the Blushing Mermaid, I think it was called.
Skewered
No,
Dragon.
it was the Skewered Dragon Tavern.
Skewered Dragon. I don't know why I said mermaid. Whatever. Not even close.
We're at the coast. It's somewhere there, you know.
It's somewhere there.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you guys took notes because I don't fucking remember any of this.
Well, you're
Handsome-
I
fans.
literally
You're not
only-
supposed to.
I took notes of literally just the tavern and the name of Floon, which we're gonna still butcher for the rest of time. Let's keep it 100%.
You mean Flute
absolutely.
Shagmar?
Yeah.
He's handsome, in his 30s, wavy blonde hair. 2 nights ago at the Skewered Dragon, in the dock ward. Kidnapped? Question mark.
Okay, you
Hooray for
made
players
much
taking
better
notes.
Volo seems fishy.
And this was last night that he disappeared?
2 nights ago.
2 nights.
2 nights ago, okay.
Let me. I'm. Just double checking
guess
this.
I'm just
two
changing
nights
to the
ago.
personality. Okay,
2 nights
Insane.
ago. Sorry, I keep
I'm-
interrupting.
I'm just looking up at Volo. I'm basically just going to repeat the conversation for clarity's sake. So, once again, Mr. Volo, is it?
Yes.
We're looking for a Flan Blagmark, handsome 30s, wavy blonde
Floon
hair.
Blagmar is the name of my
Right.
friend, who I'm asking you
Finn
to
Bagshaw.
find. Floon
Okay.
Blagmar.
Blag Flumar. Okay, great. 2 nights ago, Skewered Dragon at the dock ward. And there's no other information you have?
Well, I mean, we were there 2 nights ago. We were having many drinks, and we were gambling, and we were making merry and having fun. And then I left, and that's the last I saw of him.
Is there
now-
anybody perhaps that would wish harm upon your friend Goon Hagmar?
Well, not that I am aware of, but it's possible that there are other figures in Floon's life that may wish to do him harm, but I am not privy to such matters.
So, should we go ahead and look for this Finn Baghdad tonight?
But perhaps we should not be too excited. Maybe he just went home. Do you have perhaps his home address, my friend?
Well, I've been to his home myself because I've been wondering where he is, and he is not there.
Oh.
So you think he's still at the bar?
No, I think something happened to him. That perhaps
Okay.
he was kidnapped, or I don't know. I hope that he's not lying dead in an alleyway somewhere, but...
Okay.
And you have received no notes
No, I have
demanding
not.
ransom his return. Oh, that is very mysterious. Well, perhaps in that case, we can quickly go to the bar and ask as to his whereabouts and see what we can do from there. That should not take too long, surely.
Is it currently dark outside?
Like
Um,
8 or 9, I think he said.
Yeah.
yeah, in winter, so yes.
I don't mind going there like right now. I do have a bit of a curfew I'm breaking. And I don't really have any of the things that I use to like, you know, be you know, I mean, do more of that. I just point at the hole where the troll used to be. So I'm gonna have to like stop by my house real quick. Also, I need to change. I have a magical stone that I need to flip over so it snores again. So if we can make a quick stop there at my house so I can sneak in, that'd be great.
So I guess the real question is should we do this tonight or first thing in the morning?
I swivel my head upon Volo in a very uncreepy, predatory way.
Um,
What
It has
do
been
you
my
think?
experience. It's been
The-
my
the-
experience that
why are you looking at me like that?
I'm asking you a question.
Could you
It
repeat
is-
the question?
Of course. Do you think we should start looking for your friend tonight?
Well, I imagine that it should he should be searched for with some sense of urgency as to whether it needs to be tonight or if it can be conducted in the morning. Well, I think for my own sense of responsibility in this matter, I would prefer if you started tonight. But I mean, I am commissioning you all to do it, so it is now a matter of your decision, I guess.
Hmm.
Well,
it
we
has
should
been
take
my
it into account.
experience that the first 48 hours are the most important when someone goes missing. But since that time has already passed, I don't think it really matters.
Oh, so he like might be already dead? Huh, that's bleak. Just scribbling it down in my notepad. First 48 hours really matter.
Tragic.
There are a lot of alleyways in Waterdeep, so
Well, I can go and scout it out now. I tend to work in the dark anyway.
I can go with you if you like, my friend. My father will not mind.
Up to you.
Mr. Tam, do you mind escorting me to my domicile so I can quickly steal some stuff from my own house?
stealing the stuff from your own house. That sounds jaunty.
And then we can meet up with them at the Skewer Dragon. Right, guys? I just look up at the two birds, the bird party.
That sounds most excellent.
And
Agreed.
you two know where the Skewer Dragon is, yes?
I have a faint idea.
All right. Very good then. Well, let's get on with it then.
Doot,
Right,
doot,
so-
doot.
I guess me and Peach are scooting off to the Skewer Dragon right away, and they're heading off to get supplied.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
Yep, we can
So-
just cut to all of us at the Skewered Dragon if that helps save time.
Yeah, that could also work.
There's a quick scene of me scampering up like a very makeshift, very 90s looking like bed linen rope into a room, and then
So-
you hear no noise, and then you hear like kind of like some banging, and I flip a stone, and you hear snoring again, and I come back with a huge crossbow that I strap across my back. It has like vials and like tinctures and all types of like weird tubing running throughout it. Right, ready to go, and then we can go off into the night.
That
looks-
is a large crossbow for someone your size.
It looks almost the same size as you.
Well, it's a regular light crossbow for most people, but I'm, well, it's like the size of my body, right?
You are quite small. But
So-
you know what they say? Big personalities come in small packages.
No one said that to me ever. There's like a tiny glimmer of a tear. That's beautiful.
Well, I can tell you are a big personality, my friend.
I'm gonna write that down on my notepad when we get to where we're going. Because I'm just scampering.
I just realized because Tam is old and because Basil is small, they're probably walking at the same speed.
Yes, absolutely.
This is the worst thing ever.
The slowest
And-
party. We both take
Meanwhile,
mobile
you
feet.
have people like 2 Aarakocras walking through the streets of Waterdeep together. Like, wait a minute. You don't see that every day.
This might be an awkward question, but
Okay.
Oh.
well, just in terms of how some of this timing might work out, but Hoodie,
Yeah.
do you have an idea of where in Waterdeep Basil lives?
Great question. I personally have no knowledge of Waterdeep, as I have never used it in a campaign setting. So my question to you, the DM, is where is like the
Yawning.
a lot of are guilds centrally located, or are guilds more like spread out? Or are they,
Oh, the guilds can be somewhat spread out. Let me see here. Most of them are probably in the Castle Ward or the North Ward.
And where is the place that we just were? We just were at?
The Yawning
was this?
Portal. and-
Yawning Portal. So
Uh,
these locations probably aren't on the player side, I'm guessing.
Yeah, if you can just ping them on the map.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I only
I
see
see
the
the North
wards
Ward.
really in the gates. That's about the
So
most
the
of
Yawning
the
Portal
information.
is here
Down there.
that I just pinged.
Mhm.
Okay, so what I would
And-
say then. Oh yeah, I guess where's the skewer dragon? Oh, it's in
Yeah.
the docks.
It is in the Dock Ward. I'm trying to see if
So we're roughly here right now and making our way somewhere around here. Roughly.
Making our way downtown, going fast.
Being birds
down.
and stuff. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
We don't wear boots. We are not made for walking.
So I'm gonna say that we would be in like right off of the. I'm assuming that like this guild is kind of like centrally located and they all kind of live around there. So we would have to backtrack for like a good run of the city here, up to I'd imagine like even over here in like the more residential looking areas is where my house would be.
Where is
But
your
kind of like-
surely in Waterdeep there are public transportation services.
Mm,
I'm just tossing out ideas so that we are not in games trapped for 3 hours waiting outside a bar.
Yeah. I also like mechanically for time am willing to just be hand wave it away and be like, I don't know, I live right here. Right? Like
Yeah. I mean, he did say the castle wards were, and that's like just north of where we were. This whole area
oh,
here.
that's the castle ward. I thought the castle ward was more north. Yeah, if that's the case, it would be like I wouldn't want to be too far away from the place I'm trying to sneak out to go to. So I'd be like on the edge or like somewhere in the lower areas over here.
You're probably like
So-
crossing maybe a block or two of streets, something like that.
Mhm.
the Skewer Dragon is down here,
Okay.
near the intersection of Net Street and the Way of the Dragon. So it's between Net Street and Phillip Lane,
Uh-huh.
near the intersection of Net Street and the Way of the Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and if you're trying to walk all the way up to the Castle Ward and back, yeah, that would be a few hours.
A few hours? How? Okay, the scale of the city has now far out encompassed what I had thought.
I mean, yeah, like it would probably take. Yeah, it would at least be 1 hour each way.
Dang.
Okay.
Public
How-
transportation services.
Especially at halfling and old man speed.
How long does it take
True.
to get to the skewer dragon?
From where they are.
From the yawning to the skewered dragon would take 45 minutes.
Okay. Dang. All right. Well, if that's the case, I don't really feel like hand waving and retconning a lot of stuff.
I mean, we could just have you guys show up a little later into it while me and Peach are investigating for a little bit.
All right. Here's a question. Do you want to commission a taxi cart, or even more expensive, a Pegasus or Griffin taxi service?
Oh my god.
How much are that? Because we got 5
Peach
gold
is
up
our
front, right?
service for that.
But I can only carry one of you at a time, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
My strength stat
Maybe-
is only 16.
Hear me out. We can have Peach and Basil go to the house, and me and Tam head to the tavern. So that way you could literally just fly over to the city.
Yes, can we do that?
Sure.
Yeah! Okay,
Okay.
awesome!
Alright, we made it work.
We made it
We're
work.
good.
Cool.
And now it should be reasonable enough that we arrive roughly at the same time. Okay,
Mhm.
fantastic.
So, the birds are flying Basil to his house? Is that what I'm...
Okay, so
No, I am
just
flying
Peach.
Basil.
Okay,
I am flying Basil to his house.
okay.
And flying Basil and myself, to be clear, to the skewered dragon.
After they drop off at the house, come back, go.
Okay.
And it's just me and
So
Tam
Peach and
are going
Basil
straight to it.
Are flying to the place that Basil needs to go to, and then to the skewered dragon. And the aviary and Tam and Alderus are then just walking to the skewered dragon?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
We made it work.
Yeah. I'm
You
just
guys
taking
have
the
to-
dash action with Basil. In
The
my
whole
arms, on my
time.
back. How does that work?
Literally just sling him through the window and then just right there.
I get off at the skewered dragon. I'm just shaking. I'm like, that was so fast.
Okay, so those of you who are walking,
Okay.
partway through your journey, as you turn a corner, you find yourselves on a street that has been cordoned off by the city watch. Lying on the cobblestones are half a dozen corpses, seemingly the victims of some terrible skirmish. Watch officers have disarmed and arrested 3 blood-drenched humans are in the midst of questioning witnesses. One of the officers sees you coming upon the scene and says, "Get on! Nothing to see here," and she waves you off.
I would very much disagree. There is a pile of bodies to see here.
I would also very much agree. This seems like it's very important information.
Oh, great, it's the old lighting wizard and the bird vigilante. What do you want?
Just want to know what's going on here. What happened?
I just want to get by, honestly.
Well, that too, but we'll get there.
Well, as you can probably tell, these 3, being drenched in blood, seem to have killed these 6.
I understand that, but 3 to 6 doesn't seem like they would come out on top like that. Is there any particular other thing that came into account?
Do you have any idea who these 3 are?
Well, they're suspected of being Genterum agents.
Sorry, what?
The Genterum, they're kind of like a secret group that tries to like control crime and stuff in the city.
Got it.
Oh, yes.
I should have known that.
Yes, the Gentel expedience. Yes. Yeah.
Genterim.
Right.
Gentlemen, got it. Okay. Well, we'll leave you to it. Is there another way to get over to the Skewer Dragon at a timely fashion?
Just take a right back there, go down the other street, and then you can take a left back, a couple blocks down, and then you'll be fine.
Don't worry, I know my way around. I'll be able to find it. Thank you very much, sir.
All right,
And I'll turn and start walking off.
I will follow.
As
So-
the scene camera pans away from the shot of Tam and the Avery walking down the street, it takes in the sky above them, and then you see a silhouette of a giant barn owl going yoo. And then a little fluff land, a perfectly beautiful silent landing, as barn owls do. Hello,
That was a
Ha and
perfect
Tam.
swan dive.
I would say even an owl dive, for I am an owl. I am not a swan.
True. Okay,
You
let's
could
go.
be a swan. You are the aviary, says Peach as they fall in step beside everybody else. And they gently put Basil down on the ground.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask if I could let go. But Basil's hair is all back. Yes. Okay.
I put my hand on Basil's shoulder. First flight, huh?
Yeah, why would I fly? That's crazy.
It's exhilarating.
Now I'll look at Basil and say,
That crossbow is almost the size of you.
And now I'll
back
say,
up where we,
well, it's a regular.
where we were.
Yeah.
Loop back real quick.
Hey, so, have you guys run into any dead bodies or anything? It'd be crazy if you did, right?
Yeah,
Enough
just
that you should say that. We did, in fact, run into a group of dead bodies, yes.
Okay, so, did any of them have wavy blonde hair by chance?
oh shit.
Sorry, I just.
Are we going to run back to the bodies now?
We're all the way at the.
I'm already booking it back towards the
It's too late. We'll do it. We'll ask about it. It's fine. We'll go. We'll find out the same way. Either way, if he's dead. Hopefully he's not though.
Okay.
So we've
Good
hustled
you made
back.
note of that.
Sorry, I was watching the scene and I was like, "You're just not even gonna look, huh? We're just gonna pass this right on by."
Yeah.
Okay, so are we at the bodies or do we continue on to the skewered dragon?
You found them coming down this is what the hell is the name of this street?
So many streets.
Yeah, there are a lot of streets.
You mentioned a fillet
That-
lane and a net street.
Yeah. So Net Street is this one here. I don't know if you can see that ping or not.
Mm-hmm.
And then Fillet Lane is this one here that then intersects also with Zastrow Street. So
this
you
guy?
come down
Yeah.
Zastrow Street. And so you Peach and Basil would have come upon them walking down Zastrow Street.
Mm-hmm.
So walking down down along Zastrow Street, tall, densely packed tenements leave most of the neighborhood in shadow at ground level. Most of the street lamps have had their glass casings and the orbs inside the Tam lights broken.
Such a shame.
Didn't you say you worked on these, Tam?
Yes, I
And,
did. That was my career. I used to go around and magically light all the lights in Waterdeep. That's why we have street lamps now. But it's such a shame that someone would just shatter them like that.
Well, I have no problem with it because I blend right in. But I imagine it'd be very inconvenient for all of you.
Yeah, as well. Especially those of us that can't see in the dark.
Yeah, what are you guys talking about? It is dark here. Ooh.
Do I notice anything, by the way, Shadow? Like, do I see anyone? I've got a 90-foot dark vision range, so...
So
Like, people maybe watching us or stuff like that.
My dark vision goes to 120, so I can do extra looking.
Oh, I forgot because you're Echo now. I was like, how do you have more dark vision? My whole stick is in the dark.
owl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Owl's OP.
Just a bit.
You see, the problem is, the aviary. You simply
Please, just call
adopted
me
the dark.
Aviary.
You simply adopted the dark, whereas Peach was born into it.
No, it is impossible.
It can't be.
I was raised in it, molded by it.
I think you need to calm down. I am quite sure that what our friend Tam is saying is just something that old men say. That is what
Oh.
my father says.
Oh, okay. I'll let it
Also-
slide.
Also, and I lean in and I whisper to the aviary very carefully, you did just say his career being destroyed was good for you. So he might be angry.
Wasn't even trying to make that assumption, but okay.
Yeah. Maybe you have fought crime for so long, you have forgotten about people's feelings.
I just sit there and nod.
This is how we enter the tavern.
Well, I was gonna say, as the two of them are kind of like standing next to each other, whispering to each other, you see a long shot of like them, and then off in the distance, Tam very sadly looking up at the broken street lamps.
No, old man is sad. Protect him at all costs.
I'll be doing lots of that, believe me.
So as to the
I'm
question,
sorry.
as to the question as if you see anything or anyone, there are some figures who are kind of like hanging around like off like little like niches or alleys between some of the buildings along the street, but like they're staying off the main roadway, as it were. Probably looking for or waiting for someone that seems less likely to kill them if they were to try and jump them. The lot of you seem well equipped to fight back.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna keep an eye on them as we're walking.
Okay.
Is there anything notable about the tavern as we approach?
Well, one thing before you get there.
Uh-oh.
So as you come to the intersection of Phillip Lane and Zastro Street, one nearby shop stands out from the others. It has a deep purple facade, and in its window hangs a stuffed beholder. Above the door hangs a sign whose elaborate letters spell out Old Zoblob Shop.
A question. When you say a stuffed beholder, do you mean a taxidermied beholder or do you mean a plushied beholder? Like, is it a real beholder?
The size of a beholder just inside the
Yeah.
shop.
Or is it like a children's toy kind of beholder is what I'm asking.
Kind of halfway between the two.
Oh no.
Yeah,
That's terrifying.
It's kind of unnerving. Like it looks like someone used like it's not cute and fluffy like a plushie, but it's not like a realistic taxidermy beholder. It looks more like someone tried to recreate a taxidermied beholder by like using parts of like other skins and like things and such.
So
And
really
it's-
patchwork. stuff.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
in the Victorian taxidermy?
Mr. Rambalam, do you know Old Zoblob? Your names kind of have a distinctive ring to them.
Well, let's see. Do I know old Soundcloud. Ooh. Could I use Street Smart for this?
Sure.
Since it's a history check?
Yep.
Eee.
Let's do it.
Oh wait, no, sorry. I was about to do that wrong. Okay, so this would be whatever this is plus 2.
So 16.
So,
So 16.
All right. So, you, you know that there was once an actual beholder named Zoblob. And you know that there is a gnome who runs this shop who named it after the beholder Zoblob. And the faux beholder in the window, he calls it Zoblob. And so then like people would keep on coming into the shop and think that the gnome is Zoblob because they don't know the backstory. So he renamed himself Zoblob. And like you're kind of aware of all this, but you don't really know him.
Yes. Well, yes, I'm not really sure I know the story entirely, but something about it. It was a real beholder, but then he turned into a gnome, I believe.
Wait.
Beholder that
A
turned
beholder
into
turned into a gnome.
perhaps through some sort of magic. I'm not really sure.
Did they also walk into a bar?
I think that's where they started out. To be honest with you.
This is like the only like lit up shop around here, because wasn't this like a pretty dark street?
Yep.
Yeah. Basil will run up. Neat. You just hear neat after you said the beholder turned into a gnome. Neat. Streets off.
I'm gonna follow him to make sure, because this is very dark alley territory. I'm gonna
I'm
just
not fast.
make sure
you don't
he's.
have to drive.
I'm not that fast either. I only get 25 movement.
Okay, so we keep up.
All right. So,
Yes, I'm shepherding old Tam along behind them so
You're-
that none of us get mugged.
and you're actually like entering or like nearing the door of at least the shop then?
Mhm.
Okay. A cloud of lavender-scented purple smoke trails out of the shop's door as you peer inside. Every wall, almost every surface, is painted purple, and every dusty knickknack on the shelves is dyed a deep violet. The hairless old gnome, sitting cross-legged on the counter, wears plum-colored robes. His cheeks are decorated with 9 purple face-painted eyes. The gnome lowers a pipe and exhales a cloud of the lavender smoke before raising a hand. Hail and well met! Come browse the shelves of the most curious curiosity shop in the world.
Just childlike wonder on the face the moment the door opens. Wow! Just like full hears it. It fully bounces off the ears and starts immediately like hands on the shelves looking at things.
Okay. So, what
Can
do
I
you
like
find?
investigation or
Investigation in terms of what?
trying to find cool stuff? Right? What's the cool stuff?
Oh, okay.
Aside from the taxidermy beholder, obviously.
So
Once I am sure that Tam has made it in the door and that no one is going to bust in the door after us, I would also like to look for something.
I'm gonna go ahead, and I have really no interest in the knickknack, so I'm just gonna stay by the door and keep an eye outside, just in case.
I will go join Aviary
Okay.
because I'm not really interested in anything.
Mr. Magic Man, not interested in the maybe magic things?
You know, I
So-
came here quite a while ago. I don't remember it being this purple.
Yes, it is a little overbearing, honestly.
Gauche, I would say.
That's a good word. I like it.
So some
Can
of
you
the
imagine being this shopkeeper? You're just minding your own business, smoking a pipe, and then some old man comes in and says, "It's gauche in here."
What is he going to say against the bird that's literally standing right next to him? This giant, intimidating crow-like bird person. All right, so they're investigating. We're just chilling by the door.
So, one of the things, like, so some of the knickknacks you find there, Basil, there is a purple handkerchief embroidered with the name of a powerful archmage that you don't recognize. There is a pair of knucklebone dice, each with a skull symbol on the side that would normally show 6 pips. There is a small idol depicting a rather nightmarish-looking creature. There is a glass orb filled with moving smoke. There is a small wooden statuette of a smug halfling that actually kind of looks like you.
Okay. I don't think Basil's ever seen himself smug in his entire life. So it's
There is a shard of obsidian that if you touch it, it feels warm to the touch. I could go on. I mean,
Okay,
unless
there's more.
something catches your eye.
So, because I want to, Basil's gonna grab a few things, and then head up to the counter to inquire more about them.
Okay.
So the orb of smoke and the nightmarish creature,
Mm-hmm.
and the obsidian shard, I would all bring up to Mr. Zoblob.
Okay.
Kind of like bustling with the arms and like tiptoe up to the counter and try to dump them out. Mr. Blob, I have a few questions.
Ah, yes, child. How can I help? Oh, are you? Oh, no. You're so small. I thought you were a child, but maybe you still are for a halfling.
I'm 37, sir. So, I mean, technically by our standards, I qualify as more of a young adult, you know, but that's...
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry. You have questions about the merchandise?
Yeah. So, A, can I crack this smoke and inhale it in some way? Or is this like can I use this? What is this?
Try to inhale the smoke of unknown vapors.
He just wants to make stuff, man. That's...
We're all gonna die.
And then he puts that down, and then he holds up the nightmarish creature. Can I milk this? And then he puts it down next to the orb of smoke and the obsidian shard. And is this like a permanent fire source? Or like, so what's going on? And he just slides them across.
Well, you know, young fellow, I don't know a lot of the stories of a lot of these things. They've come my way from many adventurers who come in and, you know, like, some will trade some items for other items, and I hear so many stories of, you know, like, where certain things come from that they've kind of, over the years, that many of these stories have passed in one ear and right out the other. So...
Okay. How much is the orb of smoke thing?
4 gold pieces.
Dang it. I reluctantly start reaching into a bag and pull out 4 gold pieces and slide it across. Yeah, I don't know what this is, but I want it because it might be poisonous, and I can't resist the urge.
Research purposes, clearly.
Very well.
No, thank you, sir. I'll like just put it, like I move the hood of the big big cloak back, and there's the opening of the bag of holding that I have strapped to my back. I just like toss it in there, and I put the hood back up, And then I'm like, I'll go put these back, sir. And I take them and I like run back off into the shop.
Okay.
So honestly, I'm just looking for something that my father would like. I would be happy to roll something random, just to save time and also add a little drama to the process if you wanted. Or you could pick something. I do not want to force everybody to go through a listing of inventory for this shop.
You find
Oh
a
no,
mysterious deck
I'm
of
having a
cards.
great time.
Roll for it.
Something that your father would like.
Again, happy to roll if that would help.
Yeah, Shadow, you
Give
have a
him
list of
description
stuff.
of something
Yeah,
that you would like.
I have a big table of stuff here.
Okay, so what
how,
should I roll?
How about a needle that never bends?
Oh, a needle that never bends? Sure. How would I even know it's a needle that doesn't bend?
Hand it to me, I'll find out real quick.
Okay, yeah, I guess I'm getting a needle that never bends.
Do you want me to roll something else?
I mean, I'm happy to take that if, like, something about it, like, visually reminded me of Baba in some way.
Like, what's the color of the needle and that kind of stuff?
It's just like a small metallic needle that, like, even if you try and, like, waver it side to side, it just doesn't bend.
Well, sometimes he does do, like, embellishments on, like, leather goods. I see that he's... yeah?
How about an old, tattered divination card where the likeness on it looks identical to your father?
Oh, yeah, maybe
mean-
I'll bring that.
That seems perfect.
That'll work.
I'll get that. Although, how does it look like my father?
The secret form.
Okay, then I'm definitely getting it. Yeah, tucking that in my pocket.
What about that?
much?
What about that card was so special?
Excuse me.
Oh, I
Aren't you
assume that
going
I
to
have paid
pay for
already.
that?
Yeah, but yes, I bring it up to the counter and I ask how much it is.
Oh, 1 gold piece and 5 silver.
That is quite a simple price to pay, so I pay it. Doo-doo.
You certainly are an
Sure,
odd
you don't
lot.
want anything else, Ramblin' Tamblin' Man?
I'm going to. My
what-
attention is going to be caught by the warm obsidian stone.
There's
Alright.
like a bunch more stuff if you want me to try and, like...
Oh, is there?
Yeah, like this shop is, like, packed full of odd knickknacks.
Oddities.
Yeah.
Everybody roll, so we can see what other crazy stuff is in here.
For example, there is what looks like a lump of coal on one of the shelves, but if you pick it up, it looks like a ruby that's valuable beyond measure. But to everyone else looking on, they still just see a lump of coal in your hands.
Okay, Santa Claus.
Or
That seems like it could be useful.
there is a small doll made out of cloth, skewered with needles.
Maybe those are all those non-bending needles.
What is the 16th thing on the chart that you're looking at?
A bright green feather.
A bright
hat.
green feather. Sir,
What did you do to my brethren?
Please tell me this bright green feather. What exactly does this do?
It's just a bright green feather. I do not know of it, of it doing anything in particular.
Insight check.
Sure.
How does this work on Beyond? Ah, yes, there's a button. I click a button. It is an 8, not the best.
As far as you can tell, he seems genuine in what he's saying.
I nod along. I completely believe him.
If anyone else is curious, to roll some D100. I can tell you what else there is.
When Drew, I'm assuming Drew put the feather back down, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so as that happens, you hear from the aviary in the corner there, but you know it's not his voice. It's like, Fred! And I'm like, hey, keep it down. Then you see this like bird beak that just kind of nuzzles back into my cloak.
Okay.
He's a bird that has a bird.
Oh god, if he's made out of 3 birds, I'm gonna lose it.
He's secretly been 3 words the whole time.
That's what I'm thinking.
3 birds in a coat.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I haven't introduced you to my companions yet, have I? Oh, this is awkward. Would you like to meet them now or later?
Perhaps once we're outside. So they don't,
Fair
you
enough.
know.
So, the gnome says, you all seem like a rather odd lot. Especially coming around at night. What brought you around my shop?
Oh.
We just happened to be
sorry.
by, honestly. We were on our way over to the Skewered Dragon Tavern and saw this was the only building really lit up.
Yes.
Perhaps have you seen anything exciting recently? Perhaps in the last 2 evenings?
What would you call exciting?
Oh, kidnappings, murder, illegal shenanigans.
And what if I had?
Specifically of blonde-haired men.
Perhaps I did. And if I did know such information, what is it to you?
We're currently searching for a missing man. Which happens to be blonde-haired and of around mid-30s, is what we were told.
Peach is going to take out a gold coin and put it on the counter and slide it across.
Slick.
All right. Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, come on.
You can have a +3 to it due to the gold coin you offer.
Okay. So I'm going to roll my base persuasion, which comes out to it comes out to an 18.
It's pretty
And
good.
then the gold with the 3 makes
21.
it a 21.
All right. Yeah, that's good enough. So, why, yes, I did happen to see something 2 nights ago. A man of the description you gave is kind of a wavy, I don't know if I'd call it blonde, maybe more auburn hair, but definitely lighter colored, was walking down the street outside the shop there. He had another fellow with him, actually very similar in appearance. Both kind of, not young but not old humans. Light hair, nicely dressed in robes. They were jumped by some rough-looking men and black leather armor. I think there was maybe 5 of these attackers. I didn't recognize any of them. Not sure
Was
what.
there any insignias or anything on the armor?
Oh. Let me think. I don't remember anything on the armor, but now that you say it's insignia, one of them had a tattoo on his neck. It was a black in color, and it was of a winged snake.
I see.
Winged snake tattoo.
Have I ever heard anything
We-
about like that before?
Yeah,
all know
would the
snakes can't
aviary
fly,
know
right?
anything about that?
I'm sorry?
Like, would the aviary know anything about winged snake tattoo people? You do, like, vigilante crime things, so.
Yes, I do, but I don't recognize the symbol. And I just kind of like, no, haven't recognized that symbol at all.
Well, based on
I'm more than happy to make a roll for it if I've heard of this before.
those
Yeah,
of
I'd
you,
be happy to make a roll too.
those of you who encountered the thing earlier with the bodies on the street,
You mean the thing we very quickly just went over and didn't actually check if the guy's hair was blonde or anything?
Yeah. know at least that that occurrence plus this description that he's giving of these ruffians in black leather armor seems to piece together that the black leather armor could very well be an indication of Gentarum agents.
Okay.
Okay.
I think
And
perhaps we should go find some more of these Gentarum agents to go maybe ask questions to.
Peach nods. And
I
just
agree.
to clarify with the DM, there were 2 people who looked about the same. So 2 people with wavy blonde hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Did Volo have wavy blonde hair? I can't quite remember.
No, he had bushy, graying dark hair.
Okay.
Okay.
And in the alleyway, it was 3 dead, seemed to have killed 6 people.
Yes.
And 5 people jumped these 2 guys.
It
was
was
several days
3
ago.
It was 3 people killed 6 on the street in
Mhm.
that other thing, and now this was 5 people jumping these 2 outside the shop.
Got it. The second question, would you say 15 minutes might have passed in this conversation since Basil bought his stuff?
Uh-oh.
Since you've been in the shop?
Yeah.
No, I'd say it's only been half an hour.
Well, since we've been in the shop, it's
Yeah.
been a half an hour?
Yeah.
So 15 minutes have passed. 15, not 50.
Oh, 15. Yes.
15. Okay, great.
1-5.
Can I-
I thought you
ritual-
were asking 5-0, not 1-5.
Oh, no. Can I virtual cast Identify on the glass orb that I got?
Sure.
Awesome. What is it? I cast it. I'm just in the corner licking it, right? Like, I'm just trying to figure out what's going
Oh
on.
my god.
There's like magic involved, but at one point you're all distracted at the counter. And at one point the camera can like zoom to the side and just see Basil licking it and be like, strange. And then going back to like casting magic on it.
I'd be literally looking at him like, what were you honestly expecting?
Taste.
To be completely honest, as a DM to someone who also DMs, this is just an item off the trinkets table.
Dope. That's all. I'm just saying. Basil wants to. He has to know immediately. He was given a present that he can't figure out and has to know. So that's why I didn't take part in the conversation. Basil is fully detached.
All right.
Got it.
So, forcing my hand here. The glass itself is not magical, but the smoke inside is. And you can tell that if the glass were to break and if someone were to inhale the smoke, that they would have to do a Constitution saving throw because it is poisonous.
Basil immediately does that.
What?
I'm immune to
I'm
poison.
gonna take a
first of
few
all.
steps outside just to make sure I don't whiff any of this.
But it's you. So it's one of those things where you guys are all talking at the counter, being very responsible and meticulous about the investigation. Basil in the back just has the glass ball up, the small glass vial next to it, and smashes the ball down, like full cloak on top of it to inhale all of it as much as humanly possible, see what kind of poison it is, while at the same time trying to just get one singular vial of the smoke still to remain in like a glass vial.
Oh, there's
to, like,
not enough
stop
smoke
it.
for that. You either capture it in a vial or you inhale it.
Okay, yeah, no, it's fully inhaled.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. All right, well, con
R.I.P.
saves,
in
let's
peace.
go.
I'm immune to poison, so do I need to make a con save?
No.
Okay.
If you're immune,
So
if you're immune to poison,
can I make an intelligence check in some variety to figure out how, in some way, to replicate this?
yes.
Thank you. That's where we're going. Listen, I'm gonna get there.
Literally, he's tucked away in a
God,
little
dang it.
corner, and he's got his cloak, and he's just. Oh.
Yeah, I'm essentially huffing poison in a corner by myself. Yeah, there's nothing I can do to make that.
You
any
definitely
better.
notice some familiar sense of some herbs and things in the smell of the smoke, and you think you would be able to get close to a replication of it, but you also know that, like, based on like when you like inhaled it and started to like process it, that you know yourself of much stronger poisonous smokes,
Okay.
so it wouldn't be worthwhile anyway.
I quickly, after the cloak flips back, and I'm immediately scribbling down a notebook, not as strong as I thought, like all this stuff. And then I walk up to the counter with the glass shards. I'm like, I'm done with this. I just put it up. Oh, you guys talking? Hey.
Oh my god.
Everything is normal and good. Everything is normal and good.
You can make a better one of those, I think. If you
Can you give me a
know.
better fix, honestly? Oh
If
god.
you're looking to buy
Well,
some poison, I can help you out.
You know, I don't think that was necessarily the purpose of it,
Oh,
as so much as that just the magic and things involved in order to make the swirling smoke thereby mean that it is inherently slightly poisonous.
oh, bummer. Well, live and learn. Basil's just wiping like broken glass off of his pants.
Just shatters it all over the flooring so this guy has to deal with it later.
I tried to-
Peach is definitely going to apologize and sweep up the mess before we leave, so Tam and the aviary can finish up the conversation.
Oh, unlike Isol, Basil does have manners. He is carrying most of the glass with him. He's trying to put it like on the counter away from things. He's
Yeah.
definitely helping out.
I think our conversation stopped as soon as we heard its glass smash.
It's
Yeah,
like
we
the
probably
glass
were just like,
shattered.
so tell us
Like
all
everybody
about
would
this.
know.
Then we literally turn around and see
Yeah.
our halfling just under his cloak, and you see fumes coming out.
It's like we leave you alone for 30 seconds and you do this.
It's a
This
poison.
is why
I don't know
people
what he
think
has.
you're a child.
Professional curiosity.
All right. Well,
Uh-huh.
so I guess we've pretty much gotten most of the information that we're gonna get out of this. Is there really anything else we need to check?
No, I think now that now that Basil has broken something, I think maybe it would be best if we took on the
Leave. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I have to agree, honestly. Breaking random stuff in a shop keeps area doesn't seem like the best decision.
Right.
He paid for it. The gnome seems unfazed.
I'll be back to buy anything that you. If you have anything poisonous, Mr. Slob, can you just hold it to the side? Could we do like a layaway program, or like how do you? I can just come back and buy. Just keep anything poisonous you find to the side, and I'll come back.
He nods.
Excellent. Sounds like a deal.
We will take our leave now, shopkeep. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
We go
As-
now to the tavern, I suppose.
As we walk out, I'll sidle up next to Basil, who I keep almost calling Easel. I'll sidle up to Basil and go,
You're quite an excitable young fellow, aren't you?
Right. I mean, I'm not. Listen, New poisons are exciting because when you formulate a new poison or poison I haven't seen before, that means that we had to get there through a certain formula of herbs that I probably already know about. And if I already know about them, that means that they can then be deconstructed into make something that can potentially heal. And if I can do an aerosol mist healing, I could make a lot of money. Or I could at least get, a little bit more recognition.
Oh, I completely understand. But perhaps maybe wait until we go outside to smash things next time.
I mean, okay, fair point. I just had never seen it before. Had to know. What did you guys talk about in there? It sounded important, but I was a little busy. And then you guys can tell me all about it as we finish the walk.
So yeah, do we need to rephrase it, or are we all good with that?
I think we're all good.
Yeah,
I was like the 5 Gentrums attacking the 2 essentially same Floon Vlagmar. I did the right name this time, but I won't do it in character. Trust me on that. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers what that was.
Yeah. So
Okay,
we know probably that Floon Blagmar was the guy that he saw, but there is an unknown look-alike person who was with him.
Yep.
So there are 2 wavy-haired people that are unaccounted for now.
Yes.
Mhm. Uh-oh, DM is playing music.
I was playing music before.
Yeah, I just
It's
changed
just different
the.
now.
I just changed the
Soundtrack.
music.
No.
It's good. Adds the ambience.
All
Oh,
right.
did you want to meet my companions now? By the way.
Oh yeah, you had a little bird friend in your cloak.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Give him a second. All right.
and
You should
since I'm
come
right,
out.
since I'm right next to Basil, still I'll poke at him and go,
Look, the bird is a bird.
Oh.
Make that 2 birds. Anyway.
Oh.
The bird is
So
a
you
word?
see on the left shoulder of the aviary, you see a little bill start poking its out of the cloak, and then you see on the right shoulder a smaller beak also poking out of the cloak, and eventually trying to perch up on the shoulder of the aviary. On the
Aw.
left side, there's this gray bird that is little rotund, but it's a gray bird, and it just kind of fluffs its feathers around and kind of waves around. It's not talking or anything. It's just fluffing its feathers around. And you notice that it's perched on, or now it's perched on his shoulder. The bird on the left has blue webbed feet. So I go ahead and say, so this is Harvey, the blue-footed booby.
Yeah.
And then we have the other bird come out. It's a red striped macaw comes out of the corner here, settles up on my shoulder here, and is like, and this is Rachel. Say hello, Rachel. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Rachel.
I get the name of the aviary now. Yeah.
Yes, now it makes sense.
Peach
They're
leans
my most
in.
trusted friends.
Peach leans in and tilts his face one way and tilts his face the other and says, "What wonderful children you have."
They're just my friends. I didn't actually make them.
Oh. Well, that explains their size then. Well
Yeah.
done.
Thank you. They're very pleasant creatures. Very beautiful. Pretty bird, pretty bird.
So have they just been under your cloak the whole time? Is that?
Yeah, I keep them
Oh.
protected at all times.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you can leave them out more often if you want. Or I don't know.
Well,
Yeah, if
as
it's
you
for
guys have
protection.
made it a little bit awkward now, I feel like this would be something very awkward for people on a daily basis.
I was more so about the implications of them. Is it comfy under your feathers? Is that? They were under your cloak the whole time?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I don't know how birds sweat, and that's occurring to me right now, and it's really just breaking my mind a little bit. If Hazel just haunted stare forward.
So this is how we enter the tavern. We go in, and as Peach pushes open the doors, you just hear his beautiful fluting voice enter the tavern like, "We do not sweat."
What?
Birds don't sweat, boy.
But there's 2 other people that aren't Ericock right here. 3 actually, with all their. Oh, this is good stuff.
Well, I certainly learned something today. Birds don't sweat.
Yeah, no, I did write it down in my notebook.
Good. It'll be on the quiz tomorrow.
Triffid in chat says, pigs don't sweat either. So birds are pigs?
Very, very obvious. I mean, makes so much sense. The math all checks out.
All right.
So what does the inside of the tavern look like?
All
Yeah,
right,
sorry,
all
I had to go on that little tangent. I just,
right. The skewered dragon looks like a ruin. Both of its front-facing windows are smashed. A ship's anchor is lodged in the roof.
Whoa,
Through the
okay.
windows, you can see a group of haggard patrons drinking from huge tankards. You catch some stray glances as you enter, mostly glares, but everybody just keeps on drinking and pays attention to their own business.
Is the barkeep busy at the moment?
He's carousing with the haggard patrons.
Classic.
Classic.
All right, who wants to take point on speaking with the barkeep? Is it the?
Yeah, it's gotta be the. So I walk up to the bar and I slide a gold coin to the side of the counter. Barkeep, a word if you would.
A word? I don't sell words. I sell ale.
Well, I'll take an ale
If all you want
regardless.
is words, you can go to someplace else.
Well, I just wanted some information if you happen to have it.
Will cost you more than a single gold coin.
But you just said you only deal in drinks. Why is it now that I'm having to give you more gold?
Because my words are worth more than a single gold coin.
What is your words worth then?
At least 2.
Okay. I literally take another coin, put it in front of him, slide it to the same spot the other gold coin is. Now can I have a word from you?
Oh, you can have a word. The word is fuck, and it's off.
I'm gonna take my
How do
2
you turn
gold
it
coins
on?
back. Look,
He
I just
grabs
needed
the
to find out
coins
some
and
information.
then runs away.
That's not very helpful.
How fast is he?
Oh,
I mean, I could very easily, if he was doing it, I could grab him if he started to run away with him. So is he actually trying to run away?
Well, he was out in front of the bar, at the being all buddy with the patrons, and now he's just trying to go back around the bar.
So he's just not going to give me any information. Is that what I'm going with here?
Yeah.
All right. So that didn't help at all. And I'm 2 gold less in my pouch.
Peach says, I can fix one of those problems. And I go behind the bar. I am 6 feet
Oi,
tall.
employees
muscular,
only
and
behind the
feathered.
bar.
I think I would be a wonderful employee. I would be an excellent employee in showing you some manners, my friend. And
God.
I reach out and I pick him up.
All right, give me an intimidation check.
just staring at him. You have your head slowly rotating,
Yeah.
like owls do.
It's only a 2.
Oh no.
I'm not trying to intimidate.
No. Take your inspiration. Do the inspiration.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think
Right,
an
yeah.
inspiration's gonna do much.
Go for it.
What's the inspiration?
It
roll?
essentially gives you an advantage on that roll.
Yeah, just roll it
Oh,
again.
okay. Just roll it again.
Yeah.
It's 2 again.
It was
My
meant to be.
God. Amazing.
Be that as it may, I don't think most of my patrons would take kindly to a bird.
Yeah, what are the haggard looking patrons doing while all this is going on?
Mostly being drunk.
So
Oh,
they're even really paying
they
attention
just-
to us,
they
kind
don't
of
care.
roughing up the barkeep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I settle up to one of the tables? Just a very small, unintimidating looking halfling, hood back, just, the hair, the blonde hair everywhere. I'm sirs, can I spare a minute of your time? Can I make a trade of information for beer? Or ale? On me?
Mm.
4 gallons.
4 gallons.
And I start
Drink
pulling out
you
the
under
alchemy
the
jug out
table,
of my
scrub.
back.
You want information, and you'll give me more beer.
Yeah, it's a good deal. The sweat
Oh,
actively dripping.
that could be arranged.
Okay. Right now, or like
Make with
I'm
the
taking the jug all
beer,
the
and
way out.
I'll tell you things.
Yeah, no, here it is. I clamber up onto the table, like when someone pulls a chair over and it makes the worst noise in the world. Pull the chair over.
Yeah.
I stand up on the chair, get onto the table, start pouring beer out of the alchemy jug into the cups that they have. Gentlemen, information. How we feeling?
Did you know that whales are huge?
Okay, yeah, you're giving me information, and that's great. Can I ask for some?
I
like
didn't
the
think
hustle,
that was
sirs.
the deal.
Oh, okay. So
You said
I
you
did know
wanted
that whales were
information.
huge.
I'm giving you information.
Okay, this was a bad plan. I like look over at the party. Well, I messed up. It's bad over here.
Don't worry,
I-
pretty much all of us have at this point.
Seeing as he is not cooperating, by he I mean the bartender, I'm just going to reach into his pocket and empty it. The pocket where he put the gold. Do I happen to take out anything besides Cruz's gold?
Give me a
Nice.
sleight of hand check.
I'm not trying to be nice about it. I'm just taking it.
Um,
But I can sleight of hand if
no. All right. You get a boogered covered handkerchief.
and the 2
Ooh.
gold.
Yeah.
Go great
Okay.
here.
I slide them down the bar to Cruz. And
I noticed
then-
that there's a little bit of mucus left on. I would rather not have these coins back, honestly.
At which point, as you do this, the barkeep reaches into a back pocket, pulls out a switch knife, and says, "Don't do that."
I'm gonna cast Charm Person on him.
Holy shit, okay. Damn. The old man's been quiet this entire time. I was like, charm person.
Uh-huh.
He's street smart, man.
It's Tambo now, not Rambo.
As this is going on, I see that the switchblade is being drawn, I go ahead and ready my shield and get a dart ready, just in case.
I am carrying my glaive, so I cannot be surprised.
Um.
I'm trying to look. Do you have to roll against?
Yeah,
that,
I
or
have to
do
make a
roll against
wisdom
you?
saving throw. Against whatever your spell save DC is.
13.
Oh, so flat. He gets a 16.
Ooh,
Shit.
resisted.
So yeah, he does not
How
get
does-
charmed.
How does he react? Because he knows that I'm pretty sure he knows that I cast on him.
Well, it depends on how close you were to him. Like, Peach is like
Right next to him.
up in his face, dealing
Yeah,
with
I
him.
picked him up basically.
Yeah.
I'm holding him up by one hand.
Yeah, I would imagine that I would have been hanged back a little bit.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
no one really even notices you trying to do this.
Yeah, there would be no reason for them to be looking directly at you. If anything, it's just Peach.
Yeah. Does he? Maybe the guy thinks that I cast it instead because I'm right there. Is that
Right.
how it works?
Like,
Like-
he kind of like feels as if like something like tried to like magically like
Mess with his mind.
mess with his mind, but like he's just kind of like looking around confused, and he doesn't really understand what happened.
Please, sir. All we want is information.
What information is it you're looking for? Best tread carefully with your questions.
Well, we are looking for exciting information. Informations about perhaps violence and kidnappings and disappearing people.
Seems like run of the mill for around here.
Yes, that is why we wanted to ask you, for you seem so very knowledgeable, my friend. Perhaps you have knowledge about such things in the last 2 nights, perhaps?
Perhaps. You're gonna have to be a little more forthcoming with what it is exactly you're after.
We are after a human man, mid-30s, with wavy blonde hair. Perhaps you saw even 2 of them.
Oh boy. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Was
I
that
put him down on the ground because he seems to cooperate.
real chip off the old block, Renair Neverember, son of the previous Open Lord, Daggelt Neverember. Renair and one of his friends, just a couple of spoiled rich guys, liked to rub their noses in it, came around wanting to drink here. And so then they drank here, and they played several rounds of Three Dragon Ante.
Who was his friend?
Is some likewise kind of snobby, blondie, ratty-haired guy. I think his name was like Fool? No. Foosh?
Balloon?
Floon. That's it.
Are you guys talking about Balloon Flagman?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay.
The other guy. Renair actually came in here and met with the Bloon.
Yeah.
Bloon was in here before Renair came. Bloon was talking with Foro, Volo.
Okay.
They were here. So yeah. It was
And you said this was 2 days ago.
two nights ago. Yeah.
And then that Bolo person left, right?
Bolo left.
Bolo, right? Writing it down.
Bolo left. Renair came. Snobby, rich prick. And then Renair and Floon. They were carousing here. having lots of drinks, gambling, whatnot.
When they left, did you notice anyone following them out?
Yep. Shortly after they left, a table of 5 guys in black leather armor followed them out.
All right, looks like we got a match, boys.
Know their names at all, or like, you know?
Did you see perhaps what direction the miscreants went?
Well, just that they, after they went out, they went down the street the same way that Renair and his buddy went.
I don't think we got the information from the shopkeeper which direction the
Nope, he did not.
yeah, so we should probably go back and ask about that, and then maybe see if there's a specific direction that we can hit up.
Agreed.
That lot who followed him, bit of an odd lot. Not regulars around here.
They have a tattoo on their neck, by chance?
Well, you know, I think one of them did have like some kind of snake tattoo on his neck. And so I think, you know, there's I think these guys are associated with some others who kind of tend to hang around a warehouse over on Candle Lane. It has a snake symbol on its door.
Candle Lane.
All right, so I think that's about as much information we're going to get here. We should go outside and discuss our next point.
Thank you very much for your help, citizen. You see how wonderful it is when we cooperate to make a better world?
Please give me the gold.
Feel free to take the gold that's sitting on the counter. I'm good. You can enjoy those 2 gold pieces.
Yes.
And then Peach takes out a gold coin as well and says, "In the interest of fostering a spirit of cooperation, have a good evening, sir." And puts the gold piece down and flutters beautifully over the bar to join their friends.
You're not so bad, bird.
Oh. I swivel my head backwards and I wave goodbye and then walk out the walk out
It's
the
a
door.
complete 180 with the head only. Scariest thing.
I'll be the last one out, and as everybody walks out, I'll turn around. I won't swivel my head, but I'll actually turn around and go,
Sorry about them. They're quite a lot.
I can't believe that an old man is our chaperone.
Hey, I give people free alcohol. I did
Okay,
the work.
Here's the thing. You've got 2 giant bird people that are awkward as heck with people. And then you got Basil, who's ready to huff poison at a moment's notice.
And also give poison to people at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Basil is super dangerous. It's just that he doesn't understand any of that.
Like, can you imagine being at a really crappy bar and you're drunk off your ass, and then some short man comes up to you and goes, "Hey, you want some homemade booze in trade for information?" and then pulls out some moonshine from his backpack.
It comes out, well, it's even better because it comes out of a shady looking ceramic jar that doesn't look, it's completely nondescript, open top. How was it in there? And it just pours out of it. Like, it's crazy. It could have been poison. It actually could have been poison. I thought about it.
You thought about it?
I did. I, as the player, thought about it. Basil did not think about it.
Okay, so to recap, it sounds like the journey of events was Volo and Floon went to this bar to have a good time. Volo then went back home while Floon was still there, and then
he met with Rainier.
Yeah, and then this Rainier came by, chatted with this dude, and they seem to be friends, and they are lookalikes. And then they left this tavern and then a table that was there while they were there. It sounds like maybe they were being watched, followed them, and then possibly dragged them to a warehouse on Candle Lane. That sounds like the timeline from 2
Well, we
days
should
ago.
also check the body. Like, if there's 6 people, 6 on 3, the numbers are close enough that it doesn't hurt to check that none of them are related to this. Because if someone is related to it, we might be able to sneak some more information. I don't know.
Okay, so
So I have a thought here. I can go ahead and head over to this warehouse and scout things out while you guys find out more information and eventually meet me there.
are you sure you would be safe going alone, my friend? This is a very nasty area.
Please. I deal with the scum and villainy of this land all the time.
Ah.
Just another night's work.
Ah.
Unless you guys feel like you need my help, I'd be more than happy to be a bodyguard.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It feels safer walking around as a group instead of splitting off on our own anymore. Because it's pretty late. Like, I can hear, like, murmurs.
I'm gonna go ahead and take like 20 steps back away from the party and like, can you see me?
He's gone. Fully
Can
gone.
I
That's what I
see
thought.
Can I see him?
You wouldn't get any help from dark vision because Gloomstalker makes it so dark vision doesn't help at all.
Oh, okay, cool.
Mm.
Then I go, that's why he's called the amazing.
The aviary, but yeah, we'll take that too. And then I walk back up. Like, see? I'm really good at this stuff.
I mean, and that's great. It's just, what if somebody just let's say hypothetically, we're walking and someone's having a sword out and they're swinging around in conversation and you're not paying attention. You walk, it's happened to me, not in quite these circumstances, but like you get stabbed just accidentally. But then your sneakiness kind of goes away. I'm just saying. I'm scared of getting stabbed.
I have something that can help with that, speaking as a player. So, to help differentiate us mechanically as Aarakocra, Shadowed very generously allowed me to switch my Gust of Wind spell, which comes with the Aarakocra class, with Pass Without Trace to kind of add flavor for the bar now. And so Pass Without Trace mask you and your companions from detection. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a +10 bonus to dexterity, stealth checks, and cannot be tracked except by magical means.
But you'd have to be with me for that because you have to be within 30 feet of me.
Oh, that's only
Right.
with the initial casting. It's not
that's
in perpetuity.
Yeah. Yes, so we would all have to group together, but I think after that, for an hour, we could separate, and then each of us would still have the +10 check. A creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of its passage.
The only reason why I'm saying I should go ahead and separate now and do this is because we have used up a lot of time just to get to this point. And if we don't know for certain what's going on, it could be life or death for this young gentleman we're trying to rescue.
Plus, we have 2 different leads to go after. We have this
Yes.
warehouse, and we have this Never Ember.
That's why I'm volunteering myself to do it, because I'm more adjusted for these kind of solo operations.
So do we want to split up the party that way?
And if anyone
mean,
cares, it's probably about 10:30 p.m. now.
Okay, it's earlier than I thought.
Yeah, 10:30 to 11.
Okay.
So the night is very much happening, though. It's very dark.
I think my flight speed is pretty quick, so I could actually just do the rounds really quickly. Like, nip to the shopkeeper, nip to the bodies, and then join everybody else, since I just move faster, I think. If that would be okay.
Well,
Sure.
Tam and I could walk to the shopkeeper while you fly to the bodies, and the aviary flies to the warehouse, and then we'd all essentially get there at the same time.
Okay, let's do that then.
We're the slowest ones, right?
Lots of moving parts here.
Yeah. Right before we split up, I look at the aviary and I pull out like I actually reach down, I pull a pebble out of the road, I tap it, and then I quickly take out like a little vial, and then put like some liquid on it, and I speak, "I'm over here, dummy," and I tap it again, and I hand it to you. If you get into a trouble at all, just tap the stone, and it'll say, "I'm over here, dummy," and throw it. Throw it first, and then it'll go off. There's
I
here.
go ahead and take my hand out and go, appreciate it. I just stick it in one of my pouches.
And to save real life time, I'm happy for us to like just describe what we all do separately and then cut right to the warehouse altogether.
Sure.
All right, so what are we gonna start with?
The shopkeeper, I think it would be the quickest first.
Okay. So who was going? Was that just you, Gubby?
I think that was Tam and
Right.
Basil.
Yeah, that was me and
Okay.
Basil.
So you guys can do
It's
that.
the closest
part real
one, so
quick.
we can get there. We can get there in a reasonable time compared to everyone else.
Very
Um,
quickly.
yeah.
Because it's like 60 feet away.
Meanwhile, Peach and the aviary are across town.
Well,
Yeah.
funnily enough, I don't actually take flight. I just go ahead and start walking into the shadows.
Petition to give the aviary sick wheelies. So you
Sick
can be very
wheelies?
fast. Yeah, you know, like the little heel
Oh.
wheelie sneakers.
Just
You see a foot
gliding
lift up,
along.
and they just glide. Yeah,
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
scrolling in the street. I like that. Yeah, we'll bust in the shop and just quickly ask about. Oh, what was it? The direction that the
Yeah.
people went in.
mhm.
Okay. So you'll learn that they went like straight away from the shop up Zastro
That street.
Yeah.
Which is
Th-
where the dead bodies were further up the street. Correct.
Yes.
Awesome.
Also, have you heard
They were
any
in
news?
between Troll Crook Alley and Pearl Alley, where they intersect Zastro Street. So they were like around there, and then there's Troll Crook Alley and Pearl Alley. They're there.
Awesome. Thank you.
Also, do you know anything about a Rainier Ember
Ember Heaven.
Never
Never-
Never Ember?
Never.
Never
Never.
Ember. Yeah.
And like the gnome will just say that like he's aware of him. He's a figure around the city because he's one of the nobles.
Right, he's a noble's son, but have you heard anything about him in the last few days? Like, is he accounted for, perhaps?
Doesn't know.
Oh. All right then.
Have a nice date, sir.
So,
Alright.
in a similar vein, when I go to the bodies, I'm basically checking to see if there are any wavy-haired blonde people there.
The scene by this point has been mostly cleared up.
Ah, okay.
Where are the bodies?
In
Th-
that case, are there any guards still around?
If you did you kind of like want to like fly around nearby to see if like you can see like any like trace of like where they've gone or like what's happened?
I think if I go there and there's nobody there whatsoever, then I would do a flight around. But if I go there and
The-
there's a guard still there, then I would speak
Yeah,
to the guard.
there's like one guard still kind of like hanging around.
Okay. In that case, I would basically ask the guard, like basically the basics, what they knew about the crime scene, who was involved, have they identified the bodies yet? And if not, then I would give a description of Floon and Renair, and then ask if there have been any missing notices for Renair Neverember, because probably if a famous person went missing, we would know about it.
Yep. All right. So, yeah. So he is able to tell you that like they suspect that the 3 killers are Gentarum agents.
Mm-hmm.
None of the bodies match the descriptions of either Floon or Renair.
Did it? I guess the other thing, sorry, because I know it's her segment, I was just going to say about the tattoo, if any of the 3 had a tattoo.
No.
Okay, no tattoo. And no news about Neverember?
The guard doesn't know anything.
Okay. Since it seems that the Gentarim are kind of some criminal cohort, I guess my last question to the guard would be if the 6 killed people seem to be like some opposing gang. Maybe that's what caused the fight.
Not necessarily like opposing. It's more like the Gentarim are just trying to like assert control in the dock ward.
Assuming control. Sorry.
Assuming direct control.
Thank you. Someone understands me. Okay. So the city is awake at night doing things. All right. So it seems that this is a completely unrelated event that is setting the narrative tone for creepy things going on in the city. Cool. I will now join my besties at the warehouse.
Okay.
Okay. So I obviously get a little bit ahead. First and foremost, is the street lamps all still knocked out over here as I'm making my way over, or are the lights back on?
No, they're like all the street lamps down along this street are all broken.
I feel bad for Tam, but this works perfectly for me. I'm going to go ahead and make my way towards the warehouse and see if I can find anyone with the tattoo that we were previously talking about. You can have me make as many stealth checks as you like. I'm cool with whatever you want to do.
Casual plus 20 at level 3. No worries.
Oh, there's more scary stuff in my kit that there's high rolls that they have to make for. Don't you worry.
So I'm just gonna give you some flavor text here. Gloom envelops a narrow alley as dark as a dungeon and as odorous as one too. All the street lamps nearby have been smashed. The only light that pierces the darkness is a faint flickering from down the lane like a distant candle.
So say it's not even like the same as like a lightning bolt in the sky during a pitch black thing. It'd be not even close to that. It's just a dim thing at the end.
Yeah, so the flickering comes from one candle that has been placed inside of a smashed street lamp. And directly across from this street lamp with this one candle that's still flickering, it illuminates a door that has a black winged snake painted above the handle.
Looks like we found our perp.
I like how you're saying this when none of us are there.
I'm talking to my bird companions. What do you mean? Be quiet though, Rachel. Just need to take it slow. Let's go over there. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and approach the lamp, and I'd be moving cautiously forward, but just kind of blending in the shadows and making my way over.
Okay. Let's see here.
Oh. Map change.
Yeah.
I'm loving the hand-drawn aesthetic, bro.
Very creepy.
It's what comes with the adventure. Let me see.
I wasn't dogging. I was dogging. It was good. All right, so need to populate where we're at, and then go from there.
Okay, so yeah. Let me see here. Ugh.
While this is getting sorted, I shall be right back because I think you need a little bit of time, right, Shadow?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will be right back, guys.
Oh, it's all gone.
Yes.
Oh no. I hope I didn't memorize it.
Oh.
It's fine.
I saw a thing in a place and some people. That's gone now.
What?
I was trying to memorize it, but no.
Yeah.
It's
There,
nope.
there was a bunch of people. Way more people than I feel comfortable attacking.
Well, come on, we'll be fine. We're the main characters.
Yeah. This world was built for us, clear. Walk in, immediately start blasting. I wasn't prepared for, usually when I DM city travel, because it's always so expensive and large, I always hand wave it away. But it makes sense that it wouldn't be hand waved away in anything specifically built around the city. And I wasn't prepared for it mentally in my brain when suddenly it was like, no, you don't understand. It's going to take hours.
Actually, no.
I was like,
You're like, uh-oh, oh no, oh no.
Yeah, what was it that you picked up from your house?
the crossbow, right? Because I
The
wouldn't have
giant
brought it out.
Crossbow,
with
that's
me.
right. Yeah.
It's my spellcasting focus, and I wouldn't have.
Your crossbow is your spellcasting focus?
Yeah, it's I've improvised alchemist tools on it.
Damn, son.
Yeah, so it's how I infuse the bolts. It shoots specialized bolts that have like the spell I'm shooting out of it.
Of course,
And
of course,
instead of
of
it being
course it
magic.
does.
Yeah, it's so cool. it's like the coolest thing I thought of, and I was like, I can't not have this.
Oh boy.
I
That is
am
pretty
back
awesome.
now. Sorry about that.
No worries.
We were just learning about how apparently Basil's crossbow is his spellcasting focus, so that's great.
No,
Well, that
it's,
makes it very convenient.
it's a set of artificers tools, and you can just stick it wherever you want. All right,
For sure.
Now I need to go get the tokens for the player characters.
What's Tam's spellcasting focus, or does he do reagents?
No, I do whatever the actual stuff is.
The reagents? You have like a pouch
Yeah,
with
yeah.
you?
Yeah. Yep.
I feel like that's the very old world way of doing a wizard. Of like I went out, I picked some 4-leaf clovers. It took all day, but now I can cast 2 spells. It's gonna be dope.
Let's go. 2 spells.
5 is correct.
Yes, that is correct. You got all 5 of us.
Yeah, I actually, now that I think of it, I probably should have bought that that feather, because I think you need a feather for the featherfall spell.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. Well, you have 2 birds with you. We're
Well,
gonna
that's
be
true.
fine.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah, huh? That kind of makes it super easy.
It's like, hey, give me a feather, and you get a giant freaking feather. It's like
Right.
ostrich sized.
Might be a little bit trickier with my situation, but we won't get into that yet.
All right. So there's kind of like a little bit of a yard outside of this warehouse. The front door, I believe, is here.
Okay. Is there any like adjoining windows or anything?
Um, oh no, so apparently that's a loading door.
Okay. So big door.
Yeah,
Got it.
big
Big
door.
door.
Main front door with the handle with the snake is right beside it, down there. And then there's a window here.
Okay.
Let me see if I can fix that a little bit so you can. And now you should be able to tell the outline.
Yeah. I see it now.
Mhm.
I am going to, because I'm assuming we're going by the fact that I'm like ahead of them a little bit before they get here, right?
Okay, sure.
Or is that not what we're going? I'm cool with it. We just want to start fresh here, and that's fine.
No, I would imagine that you would be there before us because we
Yeah.
were doing other stuff.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and sneak up to the window and see if I can peer in.
Okay.
Let me know if I need to make any rolls at all, by the way.
Yeah, so the gate on the fence wasn't locked. You can wander in unhindered.
Oh, sorry. That should have been obvious. That was a gate.
The window is painted over with opaque paint.
Lovely. So you can't look in.
I imagine the aviary like really trying to climb over that little fence and like really having a hard time and like getting to the top of it and then like trying to get down and then falling and like kind of like busting himself a little bit, but then he like gets back up and he's all right and he brushes himself off.
Yep,
And then
yep.
the gate just kind of swings
Slides open. It's like, that would have been more efficient for sure.
We all have our off days.
Mine's today. All right. So obviously, since it's painted over, can I at least hear anything inside the building?
Ooh. Give me a perception check.
Certainly. $15.
Every once in a while, you can hear what kind of sounds like a little bit of a chittering and maybe a bit of a cough, and there's like echoey distant voices, and like none of the voices are ever the same.
Interesting. You said chittering?
Yeah.
It's like similar to like a insect to an extent?
More like a preening bird.
Ah, my people. There must be tons of them in there. They slow down thugs.
And it's like, you think you've if you are there for like I don't know how long it takes, how long you're there until like the rest of the party comes. Like, let's say it's like 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And like during that time, you hear like at least probably 8 different voices.
Mm-hmm.
But like they're distant and echoey, and you can't quite make out what they're saying.
I have a plan, but probably should wait for the rest. I'm gonna go ahead and move towards the gate and just be there at the ready waiting for them.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming that the voices aren't really, they're not really moving around, they're just kind of there, statically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, if I want me to, I can, hold on. I was thinking I could go ahead and check by the door and see if it was already unlocked.
You want to check to see if the door is unlocked?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, how the intonation. That's scary.
Mm.
Goodbye, Cruz. It was nice knowing you.
It's gonna take a bit. We'll see what happens.
As soon as you start like fiddling with the handle to see if it's locked, there is instantly a massive ruckus inside, as if like there's lots of like furniture like tumbling over and like bodies moving.
Well then. What if we're just a guest from, across the border? All right.
I guess at this point, the rest of the party arrives.
Okay.
I'm gonna make my way back over to the gate and just hold it open for them. Like, welcome.
Peach does a very courtly bow. Excellent manners, perfect form, exact.
If I had a little paper thing, like 10 out of 10.
But yeah, as all of us are getting together, I catch everybody up on what I learned from the guard. I also mentioned that the scene has been cleaned up. So basically, takeaway is that no one seems to know that this rich man is missing, and that the dead bodies and the violence were not related to this case at all, but there might be some tensions within the underworld society.
All right. You guys want to say what you discovered real quick, or did we already pretty much have an idea?
I mean, the thing that we discovered is that they moved everyone. They moved up the street and away from the shop, and not in the direction of this warehouse, which is concerning. But this is the only other lead that we have.
So, Candle Lane was like at the other end of Zisterau Street.
Does it, Lena? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
The map's not here anymore. So I thought I looked at it. There's a lot of streets.
Yes, I know.
There's a lot of streets.
There's a lot of streets.
Waterdeep is really
map
big.
for like an hour.
Well, back to where we are.
So, you go back down to where you were.
Which is
Trying to
right
show
here,
this
right?
on stream as well. So the blue dot
Mm-hmm.
was where the skewered dragon was.
Oh, okay.
Now this orange curving line that I drew is over top of where Candle Lane is.
Oh, okay.
So was it in the direction then in that
So
case?
yeah, if this is where Zoblob was,
Yeah.
he saw them going up here.
Yeah.
So that means that if this is where the warehouse is, then we're good to go.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and let them know that there's at least, from what I could tell, 8 people inside. Just based on the voices I was hearing in the background. I'm also hearing a chittering sound, so it could just be some stray pigeons or something.
Yeah,
then
I'm not sure if
door.
chittering is the right word. It's like
a trill.
It's like beaks clacking kind of bird noises.
Interesting. And of course, I went ahead and checked the door because everyone's got to check the door before we enter. It's the only polite thing to do. In the moment I touched the door handle, a lot of furniture just got overturned from what I could hear.
Did you check?
So
for
that
any
whole
traps?
element of surprise thing I came in to do, probably not in the case anymore.
Huh.
Was the door locked?
Did I see if it was locked or not, Shadow, or was it like... Because I don't think you actually said yet. You just told us about the overturned furniture.
It was locked.
Okay.
It was locked, but like as soon as you started fiddling with the handle to see if it was locked, was when
Got it.
was what triggered the noise.
I haven't had a chance to scout out the rest of the area. I could go around the other end and look around real quick.
Yes, perhaps there's another way in.
I am
Yes.
going to not pass. I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace on everyone, just so that we can do sneakies more easily.
Okay.
And oh, wait,
Wait.
wait. Did someone? I thought someone told me to wait, so I'm
Nope.
waiting.
No.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
No. You're good.
So I was going to say I'm going to cast. I did that again. Pass Without Trace on everyone, so that we can do sneaking a little bit better. And it sounded like this warehouse was more than one level. So if that's the case, I'll fly around the top and see if there's a way in from up high. Because if so, then I can at least carry Basil on my shoulders, I guess, and we can sneak him from the top and start blasting.
While that's going on, I'm going to go up this way, like dip around the corner and see if I can find anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the aviary.
I'm assuming Aldaris will be following us to that direction.
I think Aldaris can jump over the building, and B, circle the building 3 times before we walk around it once.
Possible, yeah. That is, we're talking about monks. They can do just about anything.
Okay. So it doesn't have a limit on how many I think I can pick. So everybody gets Pass Without Trace.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
I think
everyone
it's-
within the 30.
Yeah, I think it's everyone within the 30.
Yeah, that I choose within 30. So
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
Everybody within 30 feet of me gets plus 10 to stealth for 1 hour, starting now.
All right.
Mm.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So, Shadow, do I see, like, as I'm going this corner, I'm going to peer over. I'm not going to just immediately jut out the corner here. Is there, like, anyone outside?
Sorry, I was making sure I was on top of stuff. Can you repeat what you were doing? You were trying to see if someone was.
Yeah, so I'm just sneaking up to the corner of the building where my character's at right now, and I'm just kind of, like, peering over just to make sure there isn't anyone, like, at this front area in general.
No, there is
Like,
not.
just waiting. All right. I'm going to go and continue along the walls here and see if I can find any other windows or things I can look into.
Okay. There appear to be no windows.
Right. Well, then I'm going to go ahead and continue to make my way over to this back area here.
Yep, I'm gonna follow right behind.
For
Alright.
my part, is there anything from the upstairs that I can see either as an entry point or a spy in point?
Yes, that was what I was trying to check on.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna have to. There we go. That's better. Okay.
I'm liking the music choice, by the way, here, Shadow.
Sure.
Appreciate it.
So there. So the upper level of the building has this extra section on it, and that section, like this building is like somehow like built into like a hill or something. So this other section actually is like there is a door up there that leads out onto a street.
Oh. Can I sneakily check if it is locked?
Yes, it is locked.
Okay. Uh,
That
I do have
is.
I do have proficiency in thieves' tools, so could I try to unlock the door?
Sure. Go ahead.
Da, da, da. That's a natural 20.
Let's
Dang.
go.
All right. You are
She's so
able to.
expertly opened it.
You are able to unlock that door.
Hmm. I shall sneakfully open it.
Okay.
Do I need to roll for that?
Yeah, sure. I'll take a stealth roll.
Okay. So that is an 11 before the plus 10, so that comes to a 21.
Pass without trace, baby.
Okay.
That's the best.
Also busted.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting wabbits. Or in this case, flying snakes.
Mhm. I peek my head in. Ho ho ho. What do my allies see, Grand DM?
You see a harmless little rat skittering about the room,
Oh, that's great.
and there is a desk with a broken chair next to it and some bare shelves covered with dust and cobwebs.
Does the desk have any drawers?
No, it's all torn apart.
Ah, okay. And it seems from the map that there are 2 doors that lead to the rest of the floor.
Yes.
Okay. I am going to fly out, and basically we can catch up on what the others have reconned, and I'll say, hey, I found this way to get in.
Okay.
So, smash cut to the rest of the party. But tish.
So I guess now I am.
That's very fine that you found a way in. How are the rest of us going to get in there?
One step at a time, Tam.
So
If-
it is possible to get like around the building, and then like there's like that door opens up onto it like a street. At like that
because
side
it's
of
built into the side of a hill type
Yeah.
thing, so the upper level of the warehouse just goes to a higher street.
Oh, so we could just go to the higher street. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. I got it. Gotcha.
All right.
At
I'm
least-
gonna continue. Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure that's what the hell this is supposed to mean, because I'm trying to make sense of like what the adventure is written and like what the map is giving me, and it's like there's this extra area up here, and then, like it says street level, but then like there's the lower level, and it says it's yard level, and that's where the front door is, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, so we would all just casually walk to the street level entrance. It just seems.
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I am gonna go ahead and continue around this corner. Obviously, I'm checking as I go if there's anyone in front of me as I'm walking down this way.
I'm going to say that you actually can't get around that side of the building, because like that's basically like into the hill.
Where the hill is? Yeah.
Okay, got it. I did not understand what was going on with that.
Yeah, no, it's it's strange.
All right, so if
Okay.
that's the case, the only doorway that we seem to have available is either we smash and grab into
The
here,
front door, or we go through
into
the
this
upper
way
floor,
that you
yeah.
snuck into. Yeah.
Can I do one thing before we go up to the upper level, the door? I want to use another charge of magical tinkering, and I can make a non-verbal sound just emit from a stone. can I make the sound of a lock being picked and put it on top of that lock of the like the big door that Cruz tried to go in earlier, or Cruz tried to test to see if it was open earlier?
So-
The one that they reacted to?
I thought I thought the aviary tested the front door, not the big
Yeah,
door.
I think that's what he's
This
talking
guy.
about.
Yeah, this guy right here. Can I put like?
But the thing
the
is, you're
sound
all
of
the
a
way
lock.
over here with Peaches, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I can just put it down and then leave. I just want them to be distracted.
Got it.
Ah, so okay, you're trying to make the sound of the front door's lock being picked while you go run off to do other things.
Yeah.
Sure, you can do that.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll slap it down there. I only have one charge of those bad boys left, and then yeah, I'll hustle around to the other side with everyone else.
I'm gonna hand you back the stone that you gave me earlier.
Starts. Hey, I'm
I think it'd be more useful for you now.
Thank you. Well, hopefully we don't need distractions, but I did set one up, so hopefully we're good.
Sounds good. All right, so I guess we're all making our way over to where Peaches is.
Okay,
So
Is that the consensus, or what,
Yeah.
what do we think?
I believe that was the decision.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess when we're there, I'm stealthily checking each of the 2 doors available to see if those are locked. Or if they have locks at all, basically.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. That's not my strong suit. Does anyone have int?
Hey, that's me.
Uh-huh.
I am
Well,
not very smart.
I'm the int man. So
well,
is
that's a 15.
Sam.
Thank God.
It's still pretty good.
Yeah. I have a -1 to int, so next time we do investigating, somebody else needs to do that.
Okay. So, you can see coming off, the door near the top of the door frame, wires
Here?
running away from the door.
Oh no. What about the other door?
Both.
Are both of them?
Yep.
Well, golly gee.
Just curious, Shadow, was this a window here?
Yeah. That is a window.
And is it? I'm assuming it's just like a full-on window, like the other one where it's just painted over. And
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a way to disarm things?
Do you have scissors?
Like- I have thieves' tools. I
mean, we've-
also have a vial of acid
I
that
mean,
I got.
yeah.
We've also got our talons.
Yeah, that too.
Thieves' tools would definitely like let you like snip the wires.
Okay.
there's-
Shall I roll for those?
Sure.
Okay. Cool.
I also have like 1,000 toolkits with me, so
Yeah.
there's got to be scissors in one of them bad boys.
Okay, cool. Yeah, going to roll a thieving. That's a 14.
Okay. So you're able to successfully snip the wires on one of the doors,
Okay.
whichever door you prefer.
Let's say the one that is here.
Okay.
And shall I stealthily open it? Yes, let us stealthily open it. Do I roll?
Sure.
Rolling.
I'm gonna say, let me go in first, though.
That is a 13 before the 10, so 23.
Right.
Okay, and Cruz requested to go first, so I very gently open the door, and it's like that thing as you help your friend go through.
All right. And I'm assuming that what are these 2 things that you're showing on the room here?
Those
I'm
are
gonna be-
little rats scurrying around the room.
Lots of little rats around.
And this room is a lot like the one that you were just in. There's desks along the walls and broken chairs and empty shelves with lots of dust and cobwebs.
And I'm assuming there's 2 more doors here.
Yep.
Okay. I guess
And,
I will also go ahead.
If you're looking around the room, above the door you just came in, you can see that those wires led up into a steel alarm bell that was
Well.
mounted above the door. And from
It was a
that,
good thing you disarmed that.
and from that steel alarm bell, there's more wires running up towards the ceiling, and then they go along the edge of the ceiling, like out of the room through like a tiny, like out of the room, and yeah.
Oh.
In
Okay.
which direction do they go out of the room?
Towards the rest of the building.
Oh, okay, so like this way or
Okay, so-
something?
Yeah.
So not
Could-
towards these doors,
No.
but towards this way.
Yes.
And do we see any similar wiring like we just saw over here?
Yes.
Or do you want us? Okay.
Okay. I think what I'll do is that, depending on how high the ceiling is, I might be the only one able to reach it. I'm going to try and cut the wires leading to the alarm bell to just nip that in the bud.
Okay.
Rolling.
Can I scare the rat out of the, or can I like put the rat out of the room? Can I get these rats out of here?
He's just not feeling the rats. He's fine with huffing all the poison, but nah, rats where he's drawn the line.
Rats spread disease.
Oh yeah. Oh, of course.
Yeah,
So that is a 13 for cutting the wires to the bell.
A 13. Okay. You were able to snip the wire just as it seems like, as you were trying to finagle with the wire and the tool to cut it, it almost seems as if there was almost like the briefest of brief moments of like some distant alarm just started to go bring, and then like got like snipped off the sound right away.
Whew. Phew.
You're doing great.
Mhm. And I suppose it's time to disarm one of the 2 doors to get out of? Because you mentioned that those doors looked wired as well.
No.
Yeah, those 2 other doors also have the same kind of setup.
Okay, so rolling again. Let's go. Hope I don't kill us. 16.
Yeah, better.
Nicely done.
Better.
Okay, yeah, you were able to successfully snip the wires without. Yeah, just successfully.
Mm-hmm. And I whisper to Cruz, "Would you like to go first?"
Which one
Oh,
was
of
this?
course.
The top one?
Yeah, let's say the top one because that's where Cruz is.
Oh my god.
What the hell?
Dude. Okay, so I wander in here and I just turn back around like, yep. Par for the course there, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, so I'm rolling again to snip this other door.
Okay.
This is quite the rigging system.
18.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. Successful again.
I'm gonna go in again.
Yep, there it is.
Oh, come on!
Are you kidding me?
Beautiful.
There's like nothing to be protected here, and yet all of these rooms have these like mounted like steel alarm bells. They're like
You come back
into the
all
room?
run off to somewhere else beyond.
You
I'm
come
just
back to
gonna
the
shake
first
my
room
head
to-
and like,
Basil is trying to chase away the rat as you all walk in. Oh, hey, welcome back.
bit of a
Okay.
dead end over there, it would seem.
Okay, I am going to try and unlock this door.
Man, we actually lost the 50-50. Let's go.
This
Not
door
once.
also has the wires on it.
Not twice.
Well, you know what? It's a 25.
That 20, get him out of here.
I am furious.
Just, you've become so accustomed to these damn wires. Just like,
This one's with a sword, right? This we've stopped using scissors. We've gone to swords.
Yeah.
Just like
No,
a
I'm just
get out.
using my face at this point. I'm just biting the wires in half.
Okay.
All right, once more, I'm gonna go in. Hey, this looks a little bit more open. All right, I'm going to see that it's open now and stick low as I can be as I walk in.
Okay, so we're all creeping in, I suppose.
Yeah.
I just go ahead
Okay.
and like point at you guys to wait for a moment and let me just check everything.
Yeah, I need stealth checks from everyone.
Remember
Okay.
your plus 10s.
Yes. $20 for me
25 for me.
and
23
23
for
for
me.
Basil.
Though every time I do make a step, you hear like 1,000 bottles jingling together.
And that's why I'm
softly.
going like, just stay there, little bud.
It seems like
And
Drew
this
is
is
going to be our
there's supposed to be a
so-
plus 10 on all of these.
Yeah.
Yes, because of the
Oh.
passive about trace.
I think someone needs to roll for Aldaris if he is here.
Right. Aldaris.
He's not even here with us, is he? Yeah.
Let me see here.
Oh yeah, because unlike last time, I can't access the character info,
Yeah.
so I can't click the button.
Drew, we all had to roll for stealth. Remember your plus 10.
Can
I don't
be
think he's gotten back yet.
controlled by
No, I'm here.
Okay.
Basil. Save changes. You should be able to do it from the Roll20 character sheet now.
Oh, look at that! I have so many things.
All
nope.
the access. Okay, so that's a 17 for Drew.
17. Yep.
And a 16. Wait. Oh, okay, you're
What's
rolling
that?
for. Yeah. So you'd be at 16. That's the lowest
16,
roll we
17.
got, was a 16.
The monk, the highly trained
Yep.
acrobatist, worst one somehow.
Well, I suppose if you were being acrobatic in a monastery, being sneaky is not exactly a part of it.
That's true. It's that
Yeah.
thing where a person without shoes on sounds louder than a person with shoes on. You're like, how are you making that happen? What are we doing
So
here?
with plus 10s, no one got below a 15.
No.
You!
Correct. We are all 16 and above.
Okay, that is good for you.
All
Cruz,
right.
or the aviary, rather, I should say.
Mhm.
As you come up, so this is an upper area, which is actually kind of a balcony. There's stairs over here that lead down. I will reveal
Stairs
more.
over where? I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to reveal areas. Right here that I just revealed.
Okay, yeah.
So there, those are stairs leading down.
Okay, so we're like on a little balcony all around this edge here
Yeah.
and looking down into what's below
So
us.
then this looks down into the below area. So you can see below that there we go.
Okay, I get it. So this is the below area over here.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
So looking down, so looking down there, you can see tables and chairs have been carelessly tossed across the floor. The corpses of a dozen men, lie along the walls, their rapiers and daggers lying nearby. On the north side of the area, stairs come up to the level that you're on.
Mm-hmm.
4 short avian creatures with long beaks and black feathers are hiding amongst the rubble of the furniture. Each wears a hooded cloak and wields a short sword. And they're basically all like looking over towards the door where
I try to unlock
Basil,
it or
yeah.
open it.
Basil left the thing that's doing the sound of it trying to be
Mhm.
lockpicked.
Okay. So, I am going to try and continue like down towards this way
Okay.
and possibly get the jump on these two.
You did tell us to wait, though. So do you signal for us to follow behind you, or are we still waiting?
When I move, come to where I'm at and stay and wait.
So just for reference, let me do a drawing thing here. Draw rectangle, gray. Oh, that's not able to be seen very well. Okay, let me do a different color.
So we can't see underneath the overhang initially. Well, until we get like.
I
we
mean, like
lean actively over it.
if like the area is like looking over and
Peering
down,
over
like
the
looking
edge.
around, you can see them, but they're like some of these are underneath the overhang.
Right.
Okay, so
Especially
like these
these.
guys would be underneath
Yeah,
the overhang that's over on this side for us.
Makes sense.
There we
Makes
go.
sense.
Okay. So I can't get the jump on them that way. Okay, fair
Well,
enough.
I mean, you could sneak around because you do have that sweet +10.
Yeah, but it's like the idea was I was going for was that I could be above them and then drop down on the two.
How far
So-
up is this balcony?
Since you're about to have an encounter, probably a battle,
Mhm.
with involving a lot of strategy, and we're coming up on 8 minutes to our normally scheduled end time.
Oh
Okay.
no!
I'm flexible to keep going, but that is up to you guys.
I'm for session 3 right now.
No, I'm just saying we can go like an extra hour. So up to you guys completely. You guys are the ones that are further up in time slot.
I am going to say, as much as I normally I would want to, but I forego eating supper between work and getting stream set up. So
Oh
I
no,
need
my
to go.
friend.
I need to go eat.
He is starving.
Okay,
Got it.
okay.
I get that.
All right, so we shall
It-
end on a cliffhanger right here.
If I had time to eat in between work and getting stream set up, I would totally be up for like going however long. But
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
I figured because I know Echo's the one that has the most
I know.
difficult time with it, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, as long as you guys are cool with it, we can continue. But if you need to eat, I understand completely. So
And
Yeah,
this way,
absolutely.
perhaps next time Echo can be present for the actual fight,
this is true.
Yeah.
which works out great.
Yeah, he gets to miss out on all the stuff we went through to get to this point.
Okay, so I guess we're calling it here tonight then.
Yep.
I'm just literally for 2 weeks now. I'm just going to be standing over this balcony,
Looking down. What should I
looking
do?
down, watching
Captain.
intensely.
Very, very aviary of you, of course.
Like an owl stalking its prey.
Bald Eagle of Justice strikes
The
again.
bald eagle of justice.
Strikes again.
Yeah.
It was fun. It
So
was fun to inhale random smoke.
there was
Thanks.
That was a pretty good one.
some role play and some skill checks and some
Yeah.
and
Sneaky.
yeah.
Lots of us getting bamboozled by door.
That was brutal. I saw it.
We did find out a lot of information though.
Yes, we did.
There's that.
And it looks like we got a good lead here.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Because there's lots of bodies, as he said.
Yeah, tons and tons of bodies, just bodies all over the place.
Yep. 12 bodies.
Uh-huh. And there's gonna be more.
all in that black leather armor.
Uh-huh. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Each of the
And
dead
they're
bodies are
imitating my people.
Actually, well, you would recognize that the birds down there, peering out from under their hoods, are kenku. So a different,
Oh.
Disgusting.
a
You-
different kind of bird person.
Okay,
Yes,
well,
you-
at least it's not a bunch of humanoids dressed up as birds, because that's, really disturbing and disgusting.
That would be bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would recognize them from the opening video.
Mhm. There's a nice piece of. I wonder if I have it in Roll20 here somewhere. Art handouts. Hey, look at that.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Look at that.
Well, what do you know?
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, nice piece of artwork there. Where that's if you came through the front door.
Gotcha.
Right.
Well, thankfully, we were too cool for that, and instead bumbled through 10 billion incorrect
Doors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Who's the dummy that comes in with a big bright torch, just barges into a door?
I know.
I'll even play D&D.
And just one quick question, Shadow, just
Sure.
about this. How far up the balcony from them? Like, is it like a 1-story drop,
Yeah.
2-story drop?
Just one story, like
Okay.
eight.
I'm gonna
8 to
just
10
fucking
feet.
dive on one of these fools. I'm sorry. That's 10 feet. I can deal with whatever that roll fall damage is. I'm
Oh,
gonna
Lord.
do it.
It's
Yeah.
only 1d6
Hey.
of fall damage per 10 feet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You-
nothing
you-
too crazy.
You want to hear something crazy?
Uh-oh.
I'm going to do the same thing.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
Fantastic.
No!
Let's do
Oh!
If you die, it's permanent. You're old. Calm down.
So,
Also, you can't see. You're literally a human old man in a dark warehouse.
it. This is true, actually. We've been going along the lines that, oh yeah, we just see this. No, only like 2 of us can.
so I guess I could infuse something with night seeing, if I got really shut up.
No, the reason why everyone else was rolling so terribly on stealth is because I had your hands in my hand and I was stealthing along behind you, so you wouldn't bump into anything.
Just guiding him along like lost lambs in the dark.
Does Tam have any light spells that he could use to light up the battlefield so that he could at least see where he's going to
Oh, does Tam?
die?
I think Tam's
Tam?
entire kit is lights.
Tam only has light spells.
Perfect. We've entered a dark room.
Light,
Your natural flow.
light, and light adjacent spells is all Tam has.
Honestly
anyway.
speaking, it might be the move to just have me get the drop on them, but you just flash a really bright light as I go down.
Uh-huh. No,
Just
I
a
was
flashbang.
I was thinking more that the aviary drops down and then just gets the heck out of there as Tam hurls a fireball and
We're not at that point yet, but that'll be cool. That too.
Yeah, Fireball is on my list of stuff to get.
The best light, truly.
Uh-huh.
Right, yeah, exactly.
In a wooden warehouse with wooden boxes, fireball, the best bet. No. That's how we burn down places.
It's
Nope.
like, oh, so you thought Basil sniffing poison gas was bad? Well, get ready for this.
We commit grand arson. Here we go.
Yeah. I mean, the warehouse must be having metal on the casing of the house, right? It should be fine.
Uh-huh. God, my father is going to have words when we get back from this escapade.
That'd be great.
Hey, you don't have to fight the Kenku if you burn the building down.
Oh my god.
They just happen to die in the way. Like, oh, whoops.
Right?
Don't forget that there
Hey.
may be someone here that you're trying to rescue.
We've
Oh
already
yeah,
forgotten
we forgot about that.
Yeah.
about Floop Bligblorg.
Yeah.
Or it could be Renair November.
Reindeer November.
Yeah,
Reindeer
yeah.
November, yeah.
That's the running trait of the party. Just never remembering any names.
Oh, it works perfectly for me. Like I cannot remember or I cannot keep anything in mind. I have to like cement it before I know what it is.
All right.
But I'd say pretty good session though. A little bit of RP, hanging
Mhm.
out. No combat, but that's fine. We got to bumble through 100 doors,
Yeah.
Getting to this
and
point,
that's truly.
I did not expect it to take the entire session to get to this point.
But it works out because we didn't want Echo to miss anything
Yeah.
too amazing.
Yeah. Let's be honest. This is probably the part that he'd be the most bored at, because I feel like he liked combat a lot more.
He did like stabbing orcs.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I had that feeling. I was just gonna roll with it. But yeah.
I'm gonna assume that he's also going to like punching Kenku if he likes stabbing orcs. Or maybe not. They might be good guys. We don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
The Kenku in the room with the 12 dead bodies might be good guys.
They might be good guys. You don't know. So,
You
listen,
might have to figure that out next time.
a neutral good maneuver is to always talk to everybody that you meet because they could be good or they could be bad.
Talking to a Kenku, what a racist thing to say. You know they have problems with that.
I can create silent images that could work too. We could do
Perfect.
like a whole Waterdeep sign language type of situation.
do a literal Kenku charades. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I have any communication spells. Bummer.
So let's go on over to Drew. Do you have any closing thoughts and anything about where people should find you, or what are you doing for streams and stuff?
I think we made excellent progress, even though you said that you didn't think it was going to take us the whole time. Shadow, you should
Easier
know by
prep
now.
work.
This is what this campaign is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 90% of us fucking around and running into 35 doors.
I
gave us a
would
big
like
purple
to
shop.
say, Shadowed, if you wanted us to speed up, maybe you should have gotten rid of some of those doors.
I'm running the adventure as it's mostly as it's written, and the way it's written says all of those doors have these goddamn wires with alarms.
Or you could say it's a skill issue.
We didn't have the skill issue though. We were very skilled in this. Particularly
Yeah.
Peach was able to go and get through it with no issues.
As the doors continuously kept unfolding, I was like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. The DM is trying to make me roll badly on all these freaking doors.
Well, the funny thing is if you literally chose the south door. Would have avoided that entire thing.
Yeah.
When the map first came up and I saw it, and I was like, that's weird. I just kind of shrugged and didn't think about it again. And then as it was happening, I was like, oh, I see. This is a nightmare created by an insane person.
I thought for sure one of those closet doors was going to be like the stairway down into the first floor.
Nope.
Like,
I
I
thought the
absolutely
rats-
thought.
Just
We're
a
gonna
bunch
turn
of
it-
rats. All the rats.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about the rats too. Like, do the Kenku have a spell where they can like control the rats and like bring them all to us all at the same time?
I almost cast detect magic on the rats. I was so concerned, and then I didn't.
Yes, but anyway, I had a great time tonight. I love it. I love all the interactions between everybody. It's fun. You can find me over on my channel at Drew the Damager. I am playing Riven at the moment, and then I will be back here playing more of this in 2 Wednesdays from now.
Yay!
Oh, and I stream Sunday and Tuesday and Friday. So come check me out.
All right. Let's move along the line backwards and go on to Tilted. Any
hi.
closing thoughts and anything you want to plug or talk about your own streams, stuff like that?
So, I really liked all the roleplay. It was really good. Got to flesh out the characters a little bit. I apologize. I had to introduce both Harvey and Rachel to the scene here. I felt like it was necessary. I did want to say Thank you very much. The music choice was very good. It was a nice little ambient noise in the background. I think it made it easier for people to talk. And obviously, we still have a little bit of awkward moments here and there, but that's fine. That's just something we'll work on because it's our
Speaking of
first
the
real
music,
session together.
I gotta shout out Drew for finding this, which was that
Yes.
there is a guy named Travis Savoy who made an entire album of music that's royalty free for your D&D campaigns. That's all based on Waterdeep Dragon Heist. So
Perfect.
we used some of that music plus one track by Kevin MacLeod, because Kevin MacLeod always has a bunch of good royalty-free stuff that's even built into Roll20. So
I was also going to say, along the same lines of the music and stuff, want to give a special thanks to Drew. He went ahead and made the intro video you guys saw today.
I was going to bring that up at the end because I'm going to play it again.
Okay, so he made that. That was all him. He learned, what was it, Da Vinci? Or what is it called?
DaVinci Resolve.
He learned that literally in a day and made the entire video. And it was awesome. So thank you, Drew, for that. That's really awesome. Of course, thank you to Hoodie for all the overlay setups. And of course, Shadow for what you've been doing with everything involved in this campaign. In terms of everything else, I mean, I've been having a blast. I look forward to session 3 with you guys this 2 weeks from now. And in terms of where you can find me over on Twitch at Tilted Gaming, where the first I is replaced with a 1. And I mostly do single player RPGs. Lately, I've been in like Pokemon Nuzlocking for the most part, but I do tend to vary it up and do a lot of other turn-based RPGs as well. And that's basically it. So yeah, once again, thank you guys. Really do appreciate being here.
All right. Thanks, Tilted. We'll move along then to Hoodie, also known as Oh My God, a Truck, formerly known as No Quarter TV.
Why? How are we gonna do this?
With the sub-alias Hoodsy.
Oh God! All right. Hey, what's up? I'm the man with many names. I stream on Twitch. Oh my God, a truck! I enjoy streaming any video game that I can get my hands on. Right now, it's a lot of Persona 3 Reload, but it's a very long game, so I might not play it all on stream. Who knows? It's a lot. It's like a 90-hour game. Who knows? I enjoyed tonight. It's always fun to play D&D and not be a DM, and to inflict the damage on a DM that I experience just by being like, hey, what does that do? This thing that you haven't prepared for. It's always great. Thank you so much, Shadowed, for playing along. Thank you so much, Drew, for making the video. Thank you so much, me, for making the overlays. We've done it. Thank you so much, you, for watching, and us for playing.
Great, thank you. So, then, last but certainly not least, Yoi? Any closing thoughts? Anything you want to plug?
I am very worried for Tam because he has now stated an immense desire to freaking shatter his shins next session, so I am freaking out. Yeah, but really loved this session. Really loved how we're kind of figuring out the party dynamic and how to jive with each other in RP. And looking forward to the very wonderful fight that we're gonna have next session, apparently. So that's pretty good.
Potentially.
It could all work out without violence. You never know.
They might be good guys.
I'm literally going to drop down and on one unsuspecting Piku. I don't know if we're going to be able to salvage it from there.
I mean, Tam could drop down from the floor and shatter both of his shins, and then the Kenku will feel very sorry for us, and there won't be a fight. So you never know. Yeah, you can find me on the Blue Sky at the Magpie Bridge, and I am non-existent on Twitch, but maybe at some point I will exist. I am Strange Pomelo here. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Presumably something at some point.
Let us know so I can follow you.
It's easy enough to throw Yoi's account a follow anyway. It's right there in chat.
This is true.
Strange Pomelo, for I am, as they say, a bizarre fruit.
As far as closing thoughts and stuff from me, I just realized that you all need to pretend that you didn't see this thing up here that I just hit on the map.
What?
What thing?
Because all of this like cross-hatched area around there is all supposed to be kind of like bits of like the hill underneath the upper part. And that thing I hit is something you don't need to worry about right now.
Well, I was gonna ask about it earlier, so I'm glad I didn't.
There we go.
Oh.
I don't even know what you're talking about because I was looking at my phone.
So I made some illegal movement, is what I'm being told here.
We'll just pretend you went like around.
Got it.
You know, like you do.
Like you do. No, I just phase into the building and phase out. We're all good.
So thanks to anyone who's still out there watching. This has been session number 2 of Waterdeep Dragon Heist with the Shadow Crew. Community D&D on Arvin Eleron's channel. You can check out all of Arv's stuff. If in the chat you can do the command !Arv things. I'll do it here. To check
I got
out,
it.
To check out all of Arv stuff, and there's also books and graphic novels and a D&D supplement you can check out. And thanks Tilted for also putting in the Shadow Crew command to find all of our stuff. I also do some streaming myself. I've been doing a playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3 lately on stream. I usually stream late nights on Fridays and Saturdays. Maybe the occasional weeknight stream here or there. But other than that, I thought tonight's session went pretty well. Even though the course of events took longer than I thought it might, but that's quite fine by me.
It'll just make your prep work way easier for
Exactly.
next
Yeah.
That's D&D though. Sometimes it'll take 5 hours to go 5 minutes, and then sometimes it'll take 5 minutes to go 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing. It's like you're just the whims.
I think we went at a
Wins the
good
wins.
pace, though.
I forgot
we
to
were-
switch us over to this one as we were talking.
Oh,
Yeah, I was just gonna say, remember in our last campaign how many times we hand waved traveling?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like
well, I like that we went ahead and we figured out ways to make it work for like getting Basil's character back to his house to get his crossbow, and then, of course, it caused him to bait out some of the effects of G-force, but you know, it's okay.
Yeah, I thought I was just throwing a fun scene out there, and then it was like, hey, remember, this is only takes place in Waterdeep, so this actually matters. Do you know the street name? And I was like, oh wait, hold on, stop. I didn't do homework. Oh god, no.
And then once you just go into a corner and huff some poison, you know, just standard Waterdeep stuff.
That's totally normal though. That one's fine.
Yeah.
I should have expected you to do something like that, and yet
The
I
moment you
hadn't.
said it was poison, you should.
Yeah, I was going like, oh god, he said poison. I haven't even known your character that much, and he said poison. Oh god.
I had to lean into it. I was like,
Yeah.
I gotta make it.
Shadowed you fool.
I had to make it poison just for him.
Yeah.
Well,
And
now
so,
you have an
it's gonna
idea of
smell-
knowing what it will do when you have that for him.
I just wanted to know if I could recreate it. That's all.
The other thing that I realized is I have to go figure out where Tam's house is. Because
Yeah.
I don't want to Shadow. I don't want to be like, I'm gonna go back to my house, and Shadow is like, where is it? And I go,
It's-
I don't fucking know.
8 hours away. Good luck.
It's 2 hours away. I don't know. I'm sure.
Yeah. If I look at the map of Waterdeep here,
Pretty big.
I mean, that's probably homework I'll do. Is I'll look at Waterdeep and I'll circle the area that I think the guild is located in and the houses associated with the guild, and just be like, that's me.
yeah. So from like northernmost tip to southernmost tip, it probably easily takes 5 hours to walk.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a big city.
This is why I
It is
don't
a
ever
big
want to make
city.
city maps for my players. Look at all this junk. It's everywhere. So much.
Good though. It gives you the scale of it. It's like, oh, okay, we can't just be like, yeah, we're just gonna get there in no time. No, there's a
And like
there's a bit of a time.
that's assuming like standard like city hindrances, right?
Yeah,
Like it's not that just like if you were to
foot
find like
traffic.
the most like efficient road route to go from like tip to tip and then like just do like all of like just like standard like movement calculations, it would probably be much quicker. But like, you know, there's crowds and other stuff happening. So
Yeah, good session though. Thank you again. Shout out. We did great.
all right.
I enjoyed it.
So yeah. Thanks to anyone who's maybe still out there watching. I don't know. The chat certainly seemed to wind down over the last hour or so.
That's okay. People just lurking.
Yeah, I know. I totally get it. It's all good. But I'm going to stop the music and roll 20. And everyone should say goodbye. And I'll throw up the video.
I thought you were just gonna
Bye,
throw
everyone.
up, but all right.
See you. See you
See
2
ya.
weeks from now.
Bye. Let's hope this works correctly this time.
No, Shadow, you gotta do it with 2 hands. You can't.
I have to have a one
How do you
hand
use
on the
mouse,
Now
mouse.
works
right?
stream.
How do you do anything?
Just wave until you can't see him anymore.
Right.